I think it would be you, Macho Man, Rhett, me, Dan, Anna. Anna, you won something.
Yay!
Yay!
Who got
Most
picked?
rapeable.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Ty you're a trip. I wish, by the way, hi. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, and it's Thursday, December 14th, 2023. Don't forget, this Friday is Bubba 199.
Oh, you mean tomorrow?
There you are, just completely. I think even if we were to take a step back, you would even say that was probably a little bit of a jab in. I just should have shut up because Bubba was fixing to get on a roll. And I, tripped him up on a technicality. This Friday is, yes, tomorrow. But is it necessary for you to trip me up on it? Because technically I wasn't wrong.
No, you weren't wrong. I'm sorry.
So I got somewhere I'm going with somewhere, and then you throw in a little trip up.
I thought it was one of those
Sometimes I just wish I could hit you in the face.
Okay.
Sorry. Don't sometimes you just wish you could just go over there and just size that bitch up and just go just right in the face. All your Muay Thai moves and your double grapevines and your super wraparounds and your ankle willies
on your neck. It's
and your
big.
Kimuras and all this stuff.
Your arms are too big.
Let me literally, like you and I, like whatever. She could be a 47-degree black belt, and we could literally still just walk up and go smash her just because how big we are.
Before she tries to, grab your neck.
Yeah, she starts before she puts on her gi, and maybe before she gets all geared up to fight us. We just go over there and just literally just go, bam, right there. Could have wanted to do it, I know. See, I was in such a great mood, Anna. I went to the gym today. Oh, look at Lummy. I still got the price tag on my shirt.
I was going to make a comment, but I didn't want to upset you.
I was going to say
that would have been, Anna. That would have been a good chimer in. That would have been, you're helping me.
Oh.
You're helping me not look so stupid.
Well, I didn't know if it was, okay, you know how some of the urban people sometimes
African Americans?
Sometimes.
Say it.
African Americans. Sometimes they leave the stickers on their hat.
I leave now. See,
I thought maybe it was a flex.
I am a hat sticker guy. I will leave like that hologram deal. I'll
what's
do
the difference between that and a sticker on your shirt?
Well, you know.
Well, Bubba, because we saw it this morning and then we thought the same thing.
All right. Well,
he's just trying to be cool.
Lummy, you're trying to say that since, by the way, you and I started a meeting today at 5:35, and so since 5:35, which has been 35, 40 minutes, you have let me just have that sticker on there.
That's not very cool.
Don't you think you should have gone during our big meeting we had? And there was and during our meeting, man, it was a little bit stressed out there.
Who?
Macho. Well, I was talking about something I want to do on the show today, and Rhett was giving me a hard time, and Macho Man, I actually had to stand up. And tell him.
Face him?
No, but I had to stand up and say, listen, Linda. Listen. Just roll with me on it. Shut up. You don't know.
I wasn't giving you a hard time. I said I trust you.
Yeah, whatever. You did not. You're giving me a hard time.
No, it just gave me anxiety. That's all.
Okay, well, speak the same on the microphone. I have to jack you all the way up.
That gives Bubba anxiety.
See, what gives me anxiety is when you guys don't talk the same on the microphone. And then I have to pump you up or pump you down, make this adjustment because I'm so anal about having the levels be, right, boom, boom. Like I don't want anybody to sound louder or to be muffled. I want us all to have the same levels.
Volume.
It makes it sound so much better and seamless when we're all mixed correctly. It's like a record. You're like a song. If the guitar was too much and you couldn't hear and you couldn't hear the voice, radio's the same way. If you have a multiple amount of people talking on the microphone, then I need to make sure that we're all about the same level so that it sounds good on the other side. People listening to us, like the great Ty J. Armstrong.
Yeah.
I love that guy. I am so proud of him. And he is so Bubba Army that he has, I think the Merch Crick sent him 50 or 80 or something of the new Bubba Army QR code stickers, and he's out, every day. Every day he's hustling. He's just on the
Slapping
grind.
them stickers.
Yeah, and he loves Wawa's because Wawa's not only have good fuel, but they got great food.
Yes,
They're the
they do.
best restaurant.
Like for real.
No,
The
I'm
Wawa,
serious.
just don't think that you can get gas and your Monster Energy drink at Wawa. But you can get full-blown burritos.
You can get pizzas.
You can get
that
whatever
they
the
make
hell.
there.
And it's got a kiosk that you just bam.
Best coffee bar I've ever seen in a gas station, if we even want to call it by its slave name, but it's really a restaurant.
Yeah, it really is a
Thanks.
convenience store. I can't wait for, my track, the exit on my track.
I was looking it up yesterday.
Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
It's coming, buddy. Anyway, Ty J, what a great dude. And he goes out every day and slaps probably 10, 15 Bubba Army QR code stickers. And listen, we do get statistics. We get, 15, 20 people a day from all across the country, whether it's a guy scanning my QR code in Rowan, Indiana, or whether it's a guy that's scanning my QR code from Trinity off of State Road 54, where, Ty J put one up yesterday on the wall. But people organically, it's an organic. Well, I mean, we don't have any money to advertise. It's an organic issue. We need an African American man that runs a drone business to slap it on gas stations.
Exactly.
That's our PR right there. It is.
Former professional football player, alumni of Ole Miss, and used to be, quite frankly, a really mean guy. Ty J's never really been mean in the heart, but he's mean on the outside. Like, if you look at him, you'd be like, man, I am not messing with that guy at all. Then throw in the fact that he's from Detroit, and Anna will tell you he's not even from a halfway decent part of Detroit. He's from...
If that even exists. No. Yeah, he's from Inkster.
He's from
Which I had a radio... Oh, my God, Bubba. I had a radio event there. I think it was at a Metro PCS. I don't think I need to say any more than that. It was really scary.
Right. Ty J, when Ty J was growing up, man, I don't think he had a dad around. So his mom, was just a badass mom, and she was raising Ty J and I think either one or two brothers.
Oh, that's tough.
And here's Ty J 6'5", 260, rolling around Inkster. I mean, don't think that he's getting into good stuff.
Oh, not at all.
Right? No, he's thug. And so when he came to Tampa, man, he was still thug. He was thug, man, and he was mean as hell. But he got his act together, and his wife Jeannie, who he put through hell when he was a Buccaneer. I'm not even gonna get into I don't think he'll make him mad. He just put.
You don't want him mad.
No, I don't want him mad. But he did. He put Jeannie through hell. There'd be many a times Jeannie would call me and be like, "Man, I'm out. I'm over this guy." I'm like, "No, man, seriously, I'll talk to him. He'll get his act together. He loves you, Jeannie. Please." I think Jeannie broke up with him about 400 times when he was a Buccaneer. But he has turned, and then he went after the league. He went and worked for the state of Florida in the men's prison division, the prison right by my racetrack, Lummy.
Was it women's or men's?
I think he did both. I think he did both.
Yeah, I know he did women.
I thought he did maybe
He probably
both.
did both. He probably did.
He probably did.
When they brought these badass mother effers in there, they're like, let's bring Ty J in here, let him handcuff him. So then he went on and to do some other stuff. He did tower climbing. He was really
That's
high.
scary.
Yeah, where he climbed. Towers, radio towers, TV towers, communications and cellular towers. I think he did that for 10 years. And then he started up his own drone surveillance business. And he's killing it.
He is absolutely killing it, and I'm so proud of him. I really am. Ty J, I'm so proud of you, buddy.
He's the man. We'll see him in a month at Tate's.
He only makes one appearance.
I know.
During Barb.
One is better than zero.
Right. He comes to Tate's about 30 minutes left. He'll roll up in Tate's. He'll want a Miller Lite and a slice of pizza. And then everybody, do you notice how everybody kind of gravitates to Ty J?
Of course.
Like all the hosts, like Ty J gets there and he kind of puts himself like over by this little corner. And then by 15, 20 minutes, he's holding court. Everybody wants to talk to everybody wants to talk to Ty J.
African American men there, and he's probably one of the biggest. So.
Maybe the only.
Here's the thing, I wonder if we have a lot of African Americans that listen to the show. Like, not everybody is as famous of Bubba Army as Ty J. Armstrong. That happens to probably be the most famous African American. Well, I mean, Dion ain't Bubba Army though. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, he's not listening.
Dion wears the sweatshirt and sends me a picture. But Ty J's that brother's Bubba Army. Like that dude's Bubba Army.
I mean, it's 6 a.m. and he's in chatting.
Yeah, that dude's Bubba Army. So, Ty J probably is the most influential African American Bubba Army member, and I wonder if, there's just some truck drivers or just you can be Bubba Army and not really be on my radar screen. Like you don't participate in chat, you don't buy anything, whatever. You're just Bubba Army. You just every morning on 103.1 in Fort Walton Beach, or every morning on AM 820. Or every morning in Phoenix, or every morning in Orlando, wherever you listen to us terrestrially, you just listen to the show. You happen to be a black dude, and you really like the show. That is Bubba Army.
Yeah, we have one guy in chat named Black Guy in Cali.
Really?
Yeah.
So, are we sure he's even black?
He's yes.
Okay.
He's an African American gentleman.
You never know these days.
Yeah, but see, there's only what would you say, Lummy, of the entire Bubba Army listening audience, people from everybody that's subscribed to our YouTube, to everybody that, goes to our Facebook, to everybody that buys merchandise, to everybody that might subscribe to Bubba Army HQ, to everybody that goes to our YouTube channel, to just like everybody listens to us terrestrially, by whatever our podcast, by whatever means that you get some part of this program and you are Bubba Army. I wonder what the percentage of I
think it's higher than people think.
What,
because
of black people?
Oh yeah, because any African American that was
black people love me because I tell it like it is.
Yeah, especially I went to Home Depot a week ago, Bubba, and I wish I could find the guy again, but he worked there, and I was wearing my Bubba Army shirt because I just left the studio, and he goes, Bubba Army, and I looked over, and it was this I'd say about 6'2", 280 African American man that works at Home Depot is bringing in the carts, and he's like, "Man, I love Bubba. I listen every morning." And I was like, "Oh, how do you listen?"
So he wasn't even a guy that, man, I used to listen to Bubba. No. Where is he now? I know where Bubba is, and I listen.
And he listens every morning. He was listening on BAR.
Do you know who you were?
No, he just listens. See, I didn't really talk to him.
Now, did you tell him that? You could have. I mean, if he
would have
known you,
we talked. Yeah, I said, hey, I said, thank you so much. I said,
don't worry about me. I mean, you're Lummy. You're a star. Guy probably was like, oh my God, I just met the most popular person on the show, Lummy.
He said, I said, oh, that's awesome. I said, hey, I'm Lummy. We appreciate everyone that listens. And he said, man, I love you guys. Bubba always says it how it is. I can't stand. He's the best morning radio guy. I wish they'd put him back on, terrestrial radio. And I said, well, then I explained to him 820, yada, yada, yada. And I told him about YouTube and everything. And he said he was going to check everything out. And he was so excited.
How does he listen to us now?
Bubba Army HQ.
Bubba Army HQ.
Yeah.
Awesome. And that homeless guy, he knew who you were.
Yeah. And he was a black dude. The Jesus.
He sure was.
I mean,
he loved Jesus. And
that's a black guy.
Are you Bubba the Love Sponge?
On the radio.
Yes, I am.
Man, I heard you got up in some trouble a couple years ago. You're correct.
And every day of my life.
I heard that, man, you were struggling and everything. You're right on that one. Man, you know what? Take your scratch-off tickets and shove them up your ass. You got any cash? Well, I do. Okay, that's what I like. I like donations. So, and I was stupid enough to give him a $100 bill.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
What was I thinking?
And he's never come back either.
Yeah. That guy made me his bitch. Speaking of which, I think we're trying to put the show on Facebook today. Did we make it? Yes, I think we did.
Yeah.
I think we did. We're working on our bandwidth and our distribution and all that kind of deal, Lummy, so that we can be on Rumble, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube all at the same time.
Yes.
For the after show today, are we doing that or are we doing podcast only?
Today's after show.
Because it's usually Killer Bees.
Right. Well, today's going to be Clem Kush.
Nice.
Seth is making his return at 9. And see, Anna, I just didn't want him to be here at 6. You got to ease. Seth is definitely something that you got to ease into. You know what I'm saying? You just don't blast people with 4 hours of Seth. So I said, why don't you show up at 9? He'll be able to get his terrestrial legs underneath him a little bit, and then him and I will go on and do Clem Kush as a podcast only. So there will be no after show today. Today's after show is going to be only a podcast available where you get your podcasting stuff, whether it's Spotify, Apple, iTunes, iHeart, whatever, or simple. It's even more simple. Just go to Bubba Army HQ and subscribe to that, and it'll fast track you right to our podcast. So today's after show, Lummy, is going to be the return of Clem Kush.
Nice.
Seth comes in today at 9. That should be interesting. And he's going to sit, Nick. Now, hold on. Let me make sure that you do the mic transfer.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So that there's no.
I'll do it during the break.
Okay.
Make sure you put it in the little bag.
And
too.
make sure,
I will.
make
Trust
sure
me. I'm not babyface.
Maybe even put the white gloves on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I'll wipe it down for him, too. If
Sure.
there's some crumbs and stuff.
Right. And get it Sethable.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll get it Sethable. That's a good term.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
So Seth comes in today, and the after show will not be anywhere except our podcast. So, I think you might try to sneak it on locals like you do because you're a dirty sneaker.
Of course.
Look at Dion. There's my boy.
You know.
If you know, you know. A lot of people don't know about locals, and I don't promote it. It's just like if you know about it, you know about it, and you get some stuff over there that you can't get anywhere else. So, again, today, by the way, today we're on Facebook, which I'd like to continue that trek that the regular show and after shows are, seen on Facebook live. And then at 9 o'clock on this show, Seth will come in, kind of a reintroduction of Seth, and then him and I will do Clem and Kush, available only on podcast or locals if you know that you know. Back to my original thought before I got so rudely interrupted and how violently I wanted to smash her in the face. I was talking about how this Friday, which, yes, happens to be tomorrow, is our final Bubba 199 of the year. And, Lummy, we could really use, I'm just telling the big heavy hitters, why don't you just lay it out tomorrow? Like Lummy, you could almost, like if you were going to be aggressive,
aggressive.
It's Christmas time. We're closing our year out. And it'd be, everything you contribute automatically goes to your BARP 2024.
Yeah.
So, just if you got a little extra money, lay it out tomorrow. Lay it out tomorrow. It's going to your 2024 tab. Hell, maybe you could lay it all out tomorrow and just feather all of next year and not have to do nothing. It's the way John Costica pretty much just lays it out all the time.
Yeah, he does.
Purple-headed.
So, Bubba, 199 tomorrow, 8 to 10. Anna, will you make me a playlist?
It's already done.
It's already done?
Already done.
So I have this article that Anna sent me, and
my God.
and I've watched it in a couple
crying.
couple different things. One, did I not call? I mean, I
so good.
I discovered this girl before he did.
Yep.
I had the same thoughts that Chris Como has, and that's it. That this potentially I thought was real. Then I thought it was a work. Now I don't know what to think.
I hope it. I don't even care at this point. It's so funny.
Do you think it's like 50% real and she kind of like really puts it over the top?
I think that she gets into a tick, and then once she's in a tick, it could just be a small tick, or she super ticks it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, like, she knows she's got one, and she could just stop it with, like, a But then, if you're gonna do if you're gonna do that, you might as well put like "F you, Chris" in there, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Like
multiple times.
Yeah, wiener penis. Like you might as well. Once you're in the tick, you might as well make it the best tick available.
Yeah, but
So I've been talking about this girl for about well over a year now, and I've not played her stuff. But I've often said to a lot of people, and I think I've said it on the air, that the radio station,
she's a star.
It was much like, Lummy, my brilliant ahead of the times thinking of B. Fudd.
Yep.
If we would have had like Brian Petroni or one of our Kevin or just Gina, the Diacos, Norm Canella, if we just go to at Greg Herring, one of our attorneys, B. Fudd goes and applies, let's say, for a Lightning Media Pass.
Yeah.
For the Bubba Radio Network. So that he can go down literally, Lummy, after every game into the press pool in front of the head coach when the head coach is at the podium, and then they bring a couple different players. And that happens for all sports. They do it for Kevin Cash, does it for the Rays. Every head coach, after every game, and I wouldn't do away games, but after especially home games, every head coach of every major sporting sanctioning body, this is what we have in Tampa. We got pro hockey, pro baseball, and pro football, right?
And soccer.
And some would argue pro soccer with the Rowdies.
Yeah.
Okay? And then, Lummy, we have USF football and USF basketball. That's kind of what everybody pays attention to, right?
Yes.
And in this order is probably the popularity of the sport. I would say Lightning, Bucks are right there, 1 and 2, but the Bucks, the NFL is just a more prestigious sanctioning body than the NHL.
Yeah, larger fan base.
So by default, more money too.
Yeah.
By default, so it would be Tampa Bay Bucks, Tampa Bay Lightning, Tampa Bay Rays. And I was going to have B. Fudd apply for a working media pass. Now, a working media pass gets you into the game, Lummy.
Yes, it does.
They get you into the press box. And then after the press box, they take all of you down to where the coaches and players have their press conferences. And you, as the press, ask questions and subsequently distribute your content over your television and or radio station, right? So like a guy, Coach Cooper, it's Jim McGillicuddy here, Channel 8. Man, you guys seem flat. What's going on? Is it just that, you played so many games in the last 3 years? You've played more games than any NHL team since COVID. What's your comments on that? And then well, we were going to have B. Fudd be our correspondent, and we would have pre-existing questions,
Yeah.
and so we know, Anna, that we were going to when B. Fudd went to apply for these media credentials. First of all, they're not going to ever give the Bubba Radio Network any media credentials because they hate me.
Of course.
1.
Yep.
But 2, how do you say no to a guy that represents the Bubba Radio Network that is recognized by the federal government as a protected group? And that protected group never gets an opportunity to be in the media.
Right.
And a media station has finally taken, the balls, if you will, to say, I'm going to give this protected group an opportunity that most people would never give him. And B. Fudd knew how to play the game too. So like when people would flat out tell him no, he would be like, "Why you tell me no? Because I'm." Then he would
say the word.
Use the
oof.
Tis ard is it.
I got you.
Tis. We'll just say tis ard is it. Because I'm tis ard. Because I'm a tis ard.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he'd say. He'd be like,
I believe
you not give me media pass because I'm tis hard.
And then you're like, oh, okay, just please stop. Here's the job.
Hold on. And then he would work. He'd be like, so I'm here to cover the Bucks, and I work for the Bubble Radio Network, and I am Tizarded, and I'm trying to do for all disability people and for people like me that will never been given a chance to be in media. There is not a sporting group. There is not a team. There is not a team in Tampa, Florida, that with a lawyer's letter would deny that guy a pass.
Right.
And as long as he wasn't disruptive, we would never make him, but he would be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we would write all of his questions out for him, so it would be funny, and they could never say no. If they said no, you're like, wouldn't you think you might have issues with the American Disabilities Act? Like, right?
Yeah.
I mean, disabled Americans are a highly protected group of people, right?
Yes.
And especially mentally handicapped disabled people are very protected.
Absolutely.
People like him, Tizardizid, are highly protected.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough to tell that person no.
It sure is.
Well, I think
the problem
that was my vision, but then he creeped out.
Well, then his handler at the time, Trace, didn't really help that, which kind of ruined the whole gimmick.
So anyway, this girl, she has Tourette's. And I can remember, Lummy, I don't know how long ago it was. It might
Was
have
it a year and a half ago?
No, it was back in the 98 Rock days.
Oh, I'm sorry, you're talking about now.
Back in the 98 Rock days, I once said, I want to get a news girl who has Tourette's.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to throw it over to, to Terry Tourette. Terry Tourette in the newsroom. Terry, what do you got for me? And then she would, be like, there was a shooting in Pinellas Park. F off, son of a bitch, mother effer! In Pinellas Park last night, and 2 suspects are currently being housed in the Pinellas County. Motherfucker, hey, you son of cop, in the county jail.
Yeah.
Details to follow. Son of a bitch, motherfucker! Thank you, Terry Tourette. Thank you. And so the FCC would come to you and be like, well, listen, you're going to get a fine. Well, hold on. You're going to find me because I'm putting a mentally handicapped Tourette syndrome person on the air. I'm giving them an opportunity to be
they will never have from anyone else.
Nobody in any other
would ever take a chance on this person.
No other radio station, no other TV station, nobody of any type of large that has any type of large thumbprint of distribution is going to allow this person to be their news girl, and we're giving her an opportunity that no other media source would, and you're going to find me for her. I mean, that's her mental that's her handicap. That's her disability.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you could do it. And let me, for years, and Randy Michaels loved the idea.
You just couldn't find one?
You just couldn't find one.
Well,
maybe we got one here because now here's the deal. I don't know if Shane or Bruce or Woody, I don't know if they're up this early, but here's what I want to do. So Chris Como, he's on, what is he on now? What
News Nation?
He's on News Nation. And, I got to tell you, Anna, I don't necessarily agree with his political stance, but he's pretty damn good looking, and
very handsome,
and he's pretty smooth on the mic. Like, he does a pretty damn good job.
Yeah, but he's also related to Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah,
but yes,
I understand. What Andrew just grabbed a little ass.
Yeah, nothing bad.
And killed a bunch of people in old age homes. So that's fine.
All right,
it's fine.
So Chris Como, who's on News Nation now, which I realize is cable, his kids follow this Tourette's girl. We started talking about this Tourette's girl about a year ago.
Yeah.
And she, like, we're like borderline, is it real? Is it fake? This and that. And I kind of was really enamored with it at first, and then I've kind of become less enamored with it. Well, he actually did a story about her with her live on the air. and he did a brilliant job of setting it up, and setting up her disability, and the fact that she has these tics. Sometimes she says things that are very inappropriate, but she doesn't mean them. She's not trying to be mean-spirited. She just has these outbursts where she says a lot of inappropriate things, and she can't help it. She cannot help it. She's been diagnosed by a doctor to suffer from this particular mental disorder, and she has like 9 million TikTok followers. So she's a major, major, major social influencer. And everybody that I know, watches her and thinks it's funnier than hell. But no television station has the balls to play or interview her without editing it. Nobody has had the balls to have my vision of Traffic Terry and be able to tell the government, yes, she said, 18 F words, but they were under the guise of mental health, and she can't help it. Remember when Bono, during the Grammys, he said effing, he said the F word, effing brilliant. And it was this big whole deal. And CBS or NBC, the FCC ruled that it was a fleeting expletive, and that CBS or NBC or ABC, whoever potentially was going to be in trouble for broadcasting that word, the F word, that they were okay because it's a fleeting expletive. Well, wouldn't this be under the category of mentally handicapped person? And, if you're going to do an interview with this person, that some stuff like this could happen?
Right, it could fly out.
And so I was telling my guys today, I'm going to play it unedited. I'm going to play it unedited because it's a news piece. It's a news piece. It's not premeditated.
Is this what was giving everyone anxiety?
Everybody's got anxiety.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Everybody
me
in
too.
the building.
Got it.
Everybody in the building has anxiety. Because it's bad. But Chris Como let it rip, and he's not.
Where is News Nation? That's cable. You said
it's a cable deal, and I know
okay.
they probably have different standards. But what I'm saying is this: it is a news story about a mentally handicapped girl, and these curse words or these words that potentially could be an issue are not premeditated, are not meant to be shocking, are not meant to be offensive. It's just her tick, and she can't help it. And so I want to play it unedited. And I do. But if I play it unedited without permission, I don't ask for Tell me the last time, Anna, that you knew that I actually asked permission from somebody to do something.
Never.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably never. I probably should have a few different times, but
I know what you're gonna say though.
So I need Bruce or Woody or Shane, preferably Shane if he's listening, to text me and let me know if I can play. Well, they probably don't have any idea of what it.
Probably not, no.
Yeah, I mean, they have no idea.
Or maybe they're not awake yet.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Anna, do me a favor. Text me.
Yeah.
Text me this story.
Okay.
That has her talking to Chris Como.
Yep.
And text it to me. I'm going to text it to Bruce, Woody, and Shane. And I'm going to say, I want to play this unedited as it aired on News Nation last night under the guise of this is a mentally handicapped medical condition. And, she should be able to speak her mind and not have to be unedited. So, or, Anna, I just play it and maybe they fire me. Because this is
that's quite a gamble.
This would probably.
All right, I sent it to you.
I don't think that there's no way that the FCC, and then the other thing is this: what if, one, we absolutely adore our terrestrial affiliates. Yes, we do.
Oh God.
But if we lost them all, I think we could still survive. I think we still.
I think the point is not that it brings in so much money, but it brings in new listeners, and then those people go to Bubba Army HQ and find us on YouTube, Facebook, and become contributors from there.
My IM isn't up, so let me have you come turn my IM on.
I texted you on your phone. Is that what you wanted?
Oh, that's perfect. That's even
okay.
better. That's even better.
I thought you wanted me to.
All right, here.
Trillion it or something.
All right, cool. Okay. So I am going to send this to Shane, to Bruce, and to Woody, and see what they say. Those are two owners and a program director. By saying I want to play this on my show, unedited, under the guise of this was a news story, and she has a medical condition.
And by the way, the first half of the video is edited, and then when he actually brings her on midway through, that's when they let it fly.
Right. The first part of it is edited until she's live, and then once they go live,
then it's just whatever.
Yeah. So if I play it without permission, I will be fired.
You just got a confirmation, or you just?
No, I haven't got a confirmation.
You're pretty sure that's
just the way but because I think that I interpret things differently. When realistically, I hate to be a dick, but I probably have more standing in what is FCC compliant and what is not. But I don't own these radio stations; these gentlemen do, and I don't want to act like I'm all that. I used to do that, and look how it worked out for me. So Lummy, I either play it and get fired, or I play it with permission, or I don't play it.
Oh,
that would suck.
Sure would.
Or just play the first part of it. I'm going to send it to and Anna, they should be up 6:30. You think the average owner, like Bruce Midorty, that bitch sleeps till 10 o'clock.
Oh, of course.
I don't know him at all.
He's a pimp.
Okay.
He's probably out late with some hot chicks last night. And, typical Wednesday night. He had probably Wednesday happy hour somewhere with a couple 36-year-olds. He probably had he probably has a pile full of hot women in his bed right now.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
And Shane, you know, he's got Jenna with those big jugs. He's taking those things around the farm last night till late, so he's sleeping.
And what's Woody doing?
And Woody's listening to the show, but Woody's scared. Woody will be the first one to say, "Do not do it," because Woody's scared. I'm not scared.
Scared.
Well, I kind of am. I'm kind of scared.
He's calling shenanigans on the deal. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Good morning, Jay Gator. What it do? What it do? Let's see. I'm charging pretty fast. Okay. Charge my phone. Since it didn't charge last Tiny misbehavior. Gonna get us all fired. Stop. funnier than hell. What's up, Yinzer in Florida, aka Leslie? Yeah, t-shirt will. It's fucking funnier than hell. I was laughing so hard. The funniest part is just Chris Cuomo. That's the funniest part. You guys think it's a work? I honestly can't tell. Sorry, I'm a loud typer. Jason Heckner. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, dear. It was on News Nation.
Yeah.
Or Chris Cuomo has his shit. Did you watch it?
Guess what? Time for insults aplenty. And they're all from the heart. Collateral damage of the truth. Bubba the Love Sponge.
Give something convenient and thoughtful. As a matter of fact, I have gifted 3 people unbelievable Omaha steak products. My dad's one of them. Be thoughtful and guaranteed to put a smile on their face when you send them a gourmet gift from Omaha Steaks. And every purchase is backed by their unconditional money-back guaranteed. Visit omahasteaks.com. Take advantage of a 50% off site-wide. Plus, use promo code BUBBA. It's real simple. Promo code BUBBA. That'll get you an extra $30 off. Minimum order required. omahasteaks.com. Use promo code BUBBA. I've not heard back from any of the owners or program directors. Here's what I said. Here's what I sent.
All right.
I said, I want to play this story just like Chris Como did last night, unedited. I think we would have a great argument that we are giving a person with a major disability an opportunity to be on the air that no other broadcaster would. And under the American Disabilities Act, I also think would be a great defense. Please give me your thoughts. Even if I get fired for doing this, I could say that I got fired for trying to give a girl a chance when nobody else would. Right? Like, on it, like, it's almost kind of cool in the fact that, like, maybe if I did get fired for this, then I would be like, okay, yep, I got fired. I got fired for giving a 21, 22-year-old girl that's in college that has Tourette's. She was on the Chris Como News Now show. I replayed the interview. I didn't have her live on my show. I replayed the interview.
Yeah.
Trying to build awareness for this girl. Nobody, you're not going to hear it anywhere else unedited.
You certainly won't.
Because everybody's so scared of it.
Let me ask you this.
But the bottom line is it's language that we hear it's language that we hear, and it's a mental condition that most people are not familiar with. So I got fired for sticking up for a girl or allowing a girl with Tourette's to speak freely on my show.
You just have to ask yourself one question. Am I willing to die on this hill? It sounds like you are.
Oh, I am.
Because it sounds like you're fully aware of the repercussions of playing this video.
Yeah, I mean, I could get fired.
I too am now very nervous.
I could get fired from Orlando. I could get fired from Tampa. I could get fired from Fort Walton Beach. I could get fired from Melbourne. I could get fired from Phoenix. And Lummy, I've been back on terrestrial radio since 2017.
Yeah.
And, I never really took a break.
Yeah, you technically always had a station.
Realistically, from 2008 until now, how many years would that be? Because I started Cox. I went from 2008 till 2015 on 102.5 The Bone. Well, hold on. Let's just back up. I went from 1992 to 1996 on the Power Pig 93.3 nights. Then I went from December of 96 until March of 04 doing mornings on 98 Rock. Then I sat out 2 years. I actually sat out 4 years in Tampa radio, but in 05 and 06 and 07, I was afternoon drive on Howard 101 Sirius XM. Mm-hmm. Then in 2008, not only did I continue to do afternoons on Howard 101, but I then did mornings on Cox from 2008 until December 1st of 2015. Then in 2015, Beasley hired me to do Bubba 98.7. And from 2015, 16, and 17, 2015, I got fired in December of 16. And then AM 820 picked me up, I think, in February of 17. And I've been on and off 820. Well, there's this one dude named Neil who bought it. Macho Man, did you ever meet that character? That scumbag? His name was Neil, and he came in and bought the stations from Bruce and then reneged on the financial part of it, and Bruce had to come back and take the stations over, and that guy had ripped him off blind, like taking equipment and all kinds of stuff. Well, he fired me and put me on 1040 for like 6-7 months. And then when Bruce took back the stations, I went back on to 820. So I've been on from 2017 to now, been on AM 820, 98.3 in Pinellas, and 96, I think 7 in Hillsboro. So that's been my Tampa tenure.
Yeah.
Now, I've been with Florida Man Radio since its inception in Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in Melbourne for a couple years. How long have we been in Phoenix? We've been in Phoenix for 4 or 5 years, have we not?
Yeah, I would say it's going on its 5th year.
Fort Walton Beach just started with Florida Man Radio, and I'm willing to get fired from all of those for what did Bubba the Love Sponge get fired and blackballed from regular radio for this time? Did he have a girl urinate into a coffee can and was very no? Did he have some girls walk in here jugless and guys were slobbering all over their no? Did he have a spoof, a parody element of George Jetson walking through the hood trying to pick up prostitutes in crack rock? No. That one already got me fired.
Yeah.
Did he have a guy hang a 10-pound barbell from his penis for a Ripley's Believe It or Not? That's another one I got fired for. No. Did he have Ned talk about the ins and outs of going to the Pasco Pussycat, which is an adult-themed, bookstore with their own theater, and how Ned would put on a show for people? That was another one that got me fired.
Yeah.
Nope, he didn't do that. All right, so did he describe how the overnight guy and his 300-pound girlfriend with spider bites gave him oral in the studio and then threatened to kill herself by jumping off the bridge? Nope. That one got me fired. So what did he do? What did Bubba the Love Sponge, who's been the single most fined radio broadcaster in the history of radio? I got the largest single fine at $755,000. What did he get fired for this time? Well, he was replaying a Chris Como piece from is it Como? Is that how you say his last name?
Chris Cuomo.
Chris Cuomo.
Douchebag.
He was replaying the first we've heard from Mach all day today, and very strongly about Chris Comeo being a douchebag.
Probably said something about climate change.
So anyway, what did he get fired for? Well, Bubba, Chris Cuomo, whatever the hell he is.
I like that better.
After he got fired from CNN, he got regulated on down to a News Now network job. And listen, I think the guy's pretty talented. But anyway, he had this girl with Tourette syndrome on, and she's got 9 million followers on TikTok. She's like Bay or something like that.
Balin.
And everybody knows, my mom follows her, Tara follows her, I follow her. And she's got Tourette's, and he brought her on to talk about the struggles that she has, living a normal life with Tourette's. And during the interview, she Touretted out a few times. And when you Tourette out, sometimes you say this
pretty heinous stuff.
Yeah, and what she kept saying was the F word, Chris. F you, Chris.
In addition to the birds as well, I didn't know that also was a thing.
All right, so I'm starting to get. Okay, Big Woody said, I guess the argument would be you knowing ahead of time the content of the video and the interview. True. You're right. That would be their stance. My stance would be I'm not going to edit somebody that has a disability. And I feel as if it's almost their art.
May I interject with the point you probably don't want to hear?
Yeah.
But just so we can cover all our bases before we make a decision about this.
So it looks like Woody said, I think Woody says no.
I think so.
Woody is a no. Okay, go ahead, Anna.
If the goal, and I know that you're kind of chipping away at trying to get back on the air on a bigger Tampa radio station, do you think doing something like this would improve or work against the chances of that happening in the future? You know what I mean? If the argument is like, look, I'm good now. I'm good, Bubba now. Let me on your station, and then you get fired from 6 stations. How can you be
a bad Bubba when you're helping out a person with a mental disability?
Because these are just the rules of the game.
I understand Woody's argument. I guess the argument would be you knowing ahead of time the content of the video and the interview.
That's going to be the biggest thing they hold against you.
Well, how many times? I'm sure that Chris Como has a dump button. How many times did he dump her? None.
I mean, who cares what he did?
Yeah, that's cable.
Yeah, cable. I mean,
And Tucker Carlson used to tear him apart all the time. Why do we want to even give this guy any
No, hold
airtime?
on. No, you're making this personal now, okay?
He really hates Chris Cuomo.
He really does
listen,
hate Chris
honest to
Cuomo.
God,
Does he have
Macho,
a really nice back or something? You tell
I could really care less about Chris Como more than I could care about the content of what his interview and his ability to get her to go crazy on the Ticken deal. I could care less about whether it was Chris Como or it was Alex Jones or Alex Stein or Tucker Carlson for that matter. I don't care who interviews her. Obviously, you have a personal problem with Como. Maybe maybe you were in Como or at the gym one day and you see he has a little better traps than you or something.
I think his complaint is that he had fake 50-pound dumbbells back during COVID, and that made Macho mad. Yeah.
Once Macho gets mad at you, man, he is like a grudge keeper.
You're done.
He's a grudge keeper. He really is.
That's hilarious.
Lummy, so, I don't know.
I mean, there's people in chat that says, can you play, like, if you're on a urban radio station, can you play the N-word?
No.
Because it's someone's art.
Yeah, well, no, you can.
No.
Yes, you can.
You can?
Yes, you can.
Well, then why is it always dumped out?
Because corporate America is afraid of it.
Okay. Because it's never played.
Well, but in some stations, there are some Atlanta, there are some Chicago, there are some New York hip hop stations that do play it.
Oh, okay.
That are programmed by African Americans and that that our general manager and salespersons are African Americans, and they're like, yeah, we're playing it. That's the way.
But they don't play like all the other words.
Well, they don't play
like the F word.
Well, no, because the rapper doesn't have Tourette's. The rapper can't help. The rapper wrote the F them bitches, yeah, boy.
I thought the argument was that it's art, though.
Well, I'm not arguing that this is art. I'm arguing that this is a person with a disability that's being interviewed. This isn't art. This is a person with a disability that's being interviewed. And everybody just sticks there. You know what, Anna, to answer your question, it probably would hurt me on getting back on, a major radio.
Right.
But realistically, that program director should actually look at it differently and say, you know what, that's Bubba. He's got the balls to do something.
Yeah, but no program director is going to think like that because they're just trying to preserve their job in the station.
Right. Everybody's afraid. And I'm even afraid. The old Bubba would have already played it by now, but I'm even afraid. It's like, oh my God, we haven't heard the F word before. Like we haven't. That's the worst as it gets is the F word.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't heard we've all heard the F word. We hear it a lot. In fact, the news anchors that we're watching, they're saying F when the mics are when they're in commercial.
Well, of course.
Or F this, F that, F this, F that. Our whole society says F. F is cool. I don't even know why we've made such a big deal about F.
Yeah, I know.
F is effective. Right? Mm-hmm. Please. So right now I just got one, which is Big Woody, and he's the only one that's probably up. Shane and Shane and Bruce are both, still sleeping. They're the owners. Owners sleep till 9.
Mm-hmm.
We may not get a ruling on this until then. Lummy, did you see where the House GOP is trying to throw up some impeachment proceedings where they're going to start the impeachment process in the House? It's not going to go anywhere.
No, it's going to get shot down by the Senate.
This is just like. The more, it's like, this is so stupid. But it's necessary. It's really necessary for the Republicans to keep pressure on Biden just due to the fact that what they're doing to Trump, and they're just trying to they're trying everything in their power. They're throwing literally handfuls of crap against the wall to see what will stick against Trump because they're so afraid for Trump to be the candidate. They're so afraid for Trump to be the candidate that Biden publicly says, I won't run if it's somebody besides Trump. I'm only going to, isn't that what he says?
Yeah.
Isn't he,
He said he wouldn't have run if
it wasn't
Trump wasn't in the running.
But now he has to.
If it was, Asawami, Biden wouldn't be running.
Nope.
Right.
If it was Nikki Haley, Biden wouldn't be running. But Biden, which is completely flawed in the fact that I think all the tests and all the mock runs of the election that they've done is that Biden beats most people but Trump. He gets his ass kicked by Trump, but he beats Aswamy and Nikki Haley.
Especially now, yeah.
Yeah, it's like you got to listen. Just like stupid ass, soon to be 83. How old is the guy?
81.
Yeah.
Biden, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just turned 81 November.
Just like a dumbass 81-year-old would think. I'm going to run if the guy that statistically can beat me runs, but I'm not going to run if the people that they put me up against I statistically can beat. You got it ass backwards there, Grandpa. You idiot. You're completely an idiot. I'm going to run against Trump, and all polls show I'll get beat. But if he doesn't run, I'm not going to run against Nikki Haley or Aswamy, which both polls say I would beat her and him. And Ron DeSantis, has this grown any legs, guys? This particular deal?
The impeachment?
No, Nikki. Here we go. Here we go. I'm trying to find it. I had it here a minute ago. Boom. Here we go.
Okay.
Not that one. Not that one.
So many
not
tabs.
This one.
So little time.
No, so little tabs. So many times.
Lummy.
Hold on. Right here.
Lummy.
Right here. Bridget Ziegler.
Oh yeah.
For Sarasota County School Board. Hashtag students first. Hashtag scissor sister. Hashtag lappy lappy smurf. Hashtag my time to wear the strap on. Hashtag let my husband come over and bend you over a piece of furniture like a shotgun and make a deposit. Hashtag. So nobody, listen, Christian Ziegler, the head of the GOP chair, which Lummy, I think he's still refusing to resign.
Yeah.
They're going to have to start proceedings against this guy. So Christian Ziegler and his wife is named Bridget Ziegler, and she's hot. Yes, she's a mother. She's conservative, and she's a businesswoman. And she's
a freak.
And she is, she's obviously very much a Republican. Right at the top of her, if you go to, is BridgetZiegler.com still up?
Let me see here.
I guess I could refresh this, but I might lose it. Let me see here. Hold on, Bridget. Yep.
Yeah, it's still
there
up.
It is, Anna. Anna, don't you think you might take this down if during all this heat? I think I might.
One would think
I would at least take the Governor DeSantis stuff out of there and just say, Bridget Ziegler. And I don't even think that she's on the school board anymore. I think I think they've already asked her to go.
Did she resign? I know they were asking.
She refuses to resign.
Oh,
so she's just like her husband.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now they've already.
They're
said
saying,
they
hey, we want to have threesomes with chicks, and it's not illegal to have threesomes with chicks, and quite frankly, it's not. It's not illegal to have a threesome with a woman.
No.
With a consent, Now, what the problem that you do have is the fact that, it's very hypocritical on every aspect of everything that you've ever been asked about as a politician.
Sure.
It's
Her
absolutely.
platform is conservative. They typically don't do threesomes,
Right.
at least outwardly.
So I was told 2 months ago that
by a friend
who has some really good sources that said, and he came to me and said, hey, listen, I have good sources that say Governor DeSantis is blasting this chick on the Sarasota school board named Bridget Ziegler. At that time, I told the guy, hey, listen, what other proof do you have? He's like, I really don't have any proof, but that's the scuttlebutt.
Let me ask you this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelling was his evidence?
An 8.
An 8?
An 8.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's pretty strong. I thought you were going to say like a 4.
Because who he got it for is, who he got it from travels in these circles.
Okay.
The person he got it from travels in these circles.
And this is that person's eyewitness account of something they saw?
Yes.
Huh.
And he's like, I'm telling you, Governor DeSantis is blasting Bridget Ziegler. And that was before that's before I knew who Christian Ziegler was.
Right.
I just thought Bridget Ziegler was some hot mother conservative businesswoman that was running for Sarasota School Board and had subsequently won and had used Governor Ron DeSantis board and had
I think you already said that.
We did. Let me get it out. I don't know where it's coming from. Where's it coming from? Let me. I think it's coming from Facebook.
Yep.
Dirty Facebookers. By the way, thank you for it. Makes a Rat and Macho Man. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference in our Facebook numbers when we go live. I'm just telling you. So thank you for that.
Absolutely,
no problem. God bless. So I only knew Bridget Ziegler. I looked her up. I'm like, man, DeSantis is blasting her. How can we leak this? And he's like, really? There's really no way for us to leak it. Like, we could just say it.
Just hearsay.
To say, and everybody's going to say, oh, that's just Bubba. Hold on. That's just Bubba being Bubba. But here's DeSantis's just, now listen, I don't think, maybe you can look into it or other people can look into it as well, but I don't think that DeSantis endorsed anybody else for Sarasota School Board other than Bridget Ziegler.
Hot bitch.
I don't know that he did. If he did, let me know. Here we go.
Left-wing people to these school boards. You need like Bridget Ziegler. We should have her in every county.
So, now, Anna, here's the deal. Like, Bridget Ziegler is using that as promotional material. Like,
absolutely, I would do the same.
We didn't get that from some, obscure. We got that from the source.
Right.
Ron DeSantis then tweeted, and this was on June 20th of 2022. We need strong local school board members who are committed to advancing our agenda to put students first and protect parental rights.
He did do
including strap-on lesbian type activities.
He did do 2 other in Sarasota.
I am proud to endorse 10 local school board candidates who will set our children up for success. And then Lummy, it looks like he did Mildred Russell in Alachua County, Megan Wright in Brevard County. Oh, it looks like he likes all chicks. In fact, there's only two dudes on here.
Yeah.
Maybe he's blasting them all. April Carney of Duval County, Charlotte Joyce, Duval County, Amy Legg of Hillsborough County, Robert Alonzo, Miami-Dade, first male, Monica Colucci, Miami-Dade, Bridget, I'm blasting her in more ways than one, Ziegler. I'm the unicorn in the threesome, but it's MMF, not MFF. Lummy, MFFs are far more fun than MMFs, aren't they?
Yeah, of course they are.
Timothy Enos from Sarasota and Fred Lowry from Volusia. That's who our great governor endorsed. So here's Bridget Ziegler. Boom, boom. She won the race. She was has been on the Sarasota County School Board. And then let me look at they double down again. If you look at this quadrant of Ron DeSantis. And in fact, my friend who told me this information said, go to her website. Like, she just goes crazy over Ron DeSantis.
Left-wing people to these school boards. You need like Bridget Ziegler. We should have her to these school boards. You need like Bridget Ziegler. We should have her in every county.
Now, here's the deal. It almost, Anna, it almost screams that Bridget Ziegler's person who was recording this knew that it was coming because, like, out of nowhere, when he starts going down this path, they then zoom in with their phone. Now, they're not zoomed in until literally 2 seconds before he says Bridget's name. So it's almost like they knew he was going to do it, right? Watch.
To these school boards. You need like Bridget Ziegler. We should have her in every county.
Yeah, I think they knew it was coming.
Yeah, I think they knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it.
Wide shot, Willie. Then go into a pan in Jones when the high spot of the name's coming, and then camera left to her looking like just an absolute dime piece, Lummy.
Yeah.
To these school boards. You know, you need like Bridget Ziegler. We should have her in every county. We gotta do a better job on these school boards.
Yeah, and he's I'm telling you right now, guys.
You really think so?
I think so, and I would hope that like maybe somebody with some balls around here. Obviously, I don't have any balls because I'm not playing the Tourette's gimmick until I get a approval. And Lummy, I got to think that it's going to probably not get approved, which sucks. It shows you just how soft I've gotten.
Find a safe place and stay there. The four horsemen of the apocalypse asked him for advice.
Oh, God.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Or smart.
I'm on Facebook, and hi, everybody. Welcome back. Almost 100 motherfuckers on Facebook, Lummy.
Nice. What's up, big man?
Let's get to 100. Let's get to 100 on Facebook and book.
Here comes lunch.
Oh, that's not nice.
Thank you, Crickness.
Maybe.
Oh my
We're
God.
going to Jane. Good morning.
Thank you. Did we ever get the information from the guy that dropped all that off? Lummy, did we ever get the information the guy that dropped all the monster water off?
No, we never. I never heard anything.
I think he sent me an email. I'll look into it.
Okay. So we have boxes for everyone, including those that ship. I used some of the old, black velvet from previous
Okay.
years.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Scout didn't come today.
I know, Bella's sad.
Go tell Rhett.
Good morning, Ryan Buzzman.
Slow day, Lummy. Slow day.
Super slow day. No Venmos, Cash Apps.
Nothing. Slow day. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
Someone get in the first.
Zero.
Cash App. Let me check Venmo again. No Venmo. Wiley, it's still going on.
What?
Wiley just asked how Maria Guatemala was doing. He said it's still going on.
Who did what?
Wiley in chat asked how Maria Guatemala is doing in the cake.
Oh, I don't know.
I said it's still going on.
Is it?
It's in the second round. FT, Greg and Amy, $100. Cash App. Thank you.
They're the best. They're the best. And they worked out their fucking problems, and they're the best.
Sunny Days, $50 in the Cash App. Las Vegas Mario, 25 on the Venmo. Jason Link.
That's my boy, Las Vegas Mario.
$10
Staying strong.
on the Venmo.
Who?
Jason Linquist, $10 on the Venmo.
Maybe save it up for $1.99, you know?
Which is Friday.
Fucking bitch. Or whatever.
Sometimes it just sneaks up on you.
I can't wait for Seth to come and rip her apart tonight.
Oh, great.
We got a lot to do. Let's go.
To all the FTEs out there, he salutes you. He salutes you.
Loving it.
And hopes you don't get herpes from a lot lizard.
Something's wrong with me.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Bubba.
Man, our studio looks pretty kick-ass. You know that? I'm
Sure
just telling
does.
you that right
I
now.
love it.
And Doc is making me 3 more signs, Lummy.
Nice.
We got, as a show, sometimes we get Christmas cards and stuff, and I got 3. I think I got more than that, but these are the 3. I got a Christmas card from Alex Collins, better known as Permagron.
Yeah.
Nice.
Got nice little him and his lovely wife and kid.
Oh, that's very sweet.
FT, Greg and Amy, $100. Cash App.
Woo!
You know, we were down and out, Lummy. We hadn't had anything today, and look, they're the salt of the earth. They really are.
Sunny Days, 50 on the Cash App. Las Vegas Mario, 25, and Jason Linquist, 10 on the Venmo.
Venmo, PayPal, and Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. Thank you so much. Happy holidays, BRN, Bubba, Lummy, Anna, Rhett, Macho Man, Merch Crick. Let's see if they leave anybody out, okay? Hold on. Bubba, Lummy, Anna, Rhett, Macho Man, Merch Crick, Dan, Jay, Babyface, Bella, Scout, Baby, and Hootie. Lummy, they did.
I think they got it all.
They got it all.
Everything.
Have a great holiday and even better New Year. Permagron with his lovely family. Thank you. Lummy, now has Hootie figured out that you figured out on how he was escaping?
Yeah. Dad, yeah. I can tell they're trying to, think of different ways. Or they're just happy.
But here's the thing, Lummy. They have to be like, with regards to goat life,
They got a great little deal going on back there.
Oh, they're not trying to leave.
They're not part of like some goats are part of like a herd of like 50 or 60 or 80, and it's like it's very survival based. Where you might have to be fighting other goats to stay off you and stuff like that. These two are each other's best friends.
Yeah,
they got more than enough food. Right?
Yeah, of course.
They got shelter. Some farmers just leave their goats out in the field, and with the shelter is a tree. Right?
Oh yeah, pretty much. That's how most of them do it.
So I mean, these guys are trying to break out.
Oh, they're just trying to get the grass.
Woke ass bitches.
They're just trying to get to, because when I saw them, they went back in. They just wanted to get that grass that's in front of the fence.
Well, then let's move the Crown Vic and put a little temporary. Or will they grease that temporary deal?
No, I could put a good temporary fence.
Why don't we do this, Lummy? If I move the Crown Vic,
okay,
like out to the regular parking spots, and then we lock the gate back here, and then we just let them kind of roam. And if they get into an area that we don't want them, like over by my tools or over by like you just herd them back over to the grass area.
Yeah.
But I think they'll stop right at the grass area and just eat because that's what they want.
Yeah, they will. They'll stop there. They don't.
So listen on the next goat report.
Okay.
Which is going to be when?
Saturday. So
on the next goat report, I'm going to move that, and you're going to let them out.
Okay.
And then it's going to be you herding them, just keeping them in that little area.
Okay.
Do you think do you have that kind of control of them?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do they really listen to you?
Yeah. They like climbing up that little fence, too, it's kind of cool. Who do you know knows how to climb?
Up what little fence?
That black fence that leans against the old Bubba gun.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, he climbs it up to get all the vines that are growing over the fence.
Then I got a Merry Christmas from Larry Plummer's daughter. Her name is Montana. Her husband's name's Adam, and they have Helena and Eleanor as their children. And it's like that's a very cute little thing. See how cute
and
that
isn't Helena the capital of Montana?
Yes, it is.
Is that why they did that?
Isn't that kind of cool?
It's kind of cute, yeah.
And then
Toby Medlock 20 on the
say
cash
it again.
app.
Who? Toby Medlock.
Toby Medlock 20 on the cash app. New money.
And then new money. And then Ronnie the limo driver.
Oh, nice.
So sweet.
Yeah, from our family to yours, we wish you a beautiful holiday and a best of New Year's. And it's of course, I just attended their wedding, but they have a Christmas card and stuff.
T-shirt World 25 on the cash app.
Thank you for the cards. Now, Ed and Leslie,
woo!
They sent a bunch of gifts for us.
I see them under the tree.
And they're under the tree. Mm-hmm. And they're going to stay under the tree until probably next Friday, the 23rd. That's when we will open them, because that's the last show, Lummy, of the year.
Yes.
And we want to do it, and we want to do it as close to Christmas as we can.
I think that's the 22nd.
What's that Friday?
It's the roast. It's the 22nd.
All right. Well, then 11 to 1 is our scheduled time to do the show.
Perfect.
Maybe we take Friday off, but I was thinking that Friday was just going to be a big promo
for the roast.
For the roast. And
whatever you want.
Yeah. Well, Friday's, it's kind of still up for grabs a little bit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good.
I just keep hearing back from Woody about this situation. I'm not hearing. I'm not hearing from. Oh, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not hearing from people that I need to hear from. I need to hear from Bruce, or Shane. So I haven't heard from those yet. Let me as to whether I can let the Tourette's thing rip.
Hopefully
if I let it rip, I might get fired without getting pre-approval.
Yeah.
Now, how on earth can this be cool? How can, in today's society?
Yeah.
I'm offended by this.
You should be.
And not only am I offended by this, I guess people could say, well, you know what? Good. You should be offended by this because now you know what it's like to be discriminated against. Being a white male with your white privileged card all through life. Finally, it took 57 years for, I don't know, for the world to catch up and start treating you white guys the way you need to be treated. Bad.
It's kind of funny that they were supposed to not send it to everybody and accidentally send it to everybody. It was supposed to be secretive.
Yep. And they said, "Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Whoops.
No white people."
So the Boston mayor was going to did a Christmas party that no whites were allowed to attend.
Yeah, and there's seven white people that are in the.
Yeah. They
if-
sent out the invitation. I don't know if the actual party happened, but they wrote the invitation. I guess her assistant or some council member wrote the invitation and sent it to everybody, but it was only supposed to be for the 6 people of color on her.
Boston Mayor
council.
Michelle Wu is not dreaming of a white Christmas party. That is an invite concerning the Boston mayor's holiday party, specifically for elects. I'm sorry, is that elects?
Electeds. Sounds weird.
Yeah, it does. The Boston mayor's holiday party, specifically for electeds of color, was mistakenly sent to an aide to all members of the Boston City Council. Some 15 minutes later, that aide, Denise Dos Santos, who serves as the mayor's director of city council relations, blasted up a follow-up email flagging the embarrassing error. "I want to apologize for my previous email regarding a holiday party for tomorrow," she wrote. The white counselors were not supposed to receive an invite. I did send that to everybody by accident, and I apologize if my email may have offended or came across as such. Sorry for any confusion this may have caused. Boston City Council is comprised of 6 minorities and 7 white. Now, Boston arguably is one of the most pro-white cities. If you're a Southie, or like Boston is still a city that has, I don't know, some racial issues.
Yeah, she was the first non-white male mayor in Boston history, and said she was going to bring everyone together.
The revelation of the secret no whites holiday party drew some backlash and sent social media aflutter. City Chancellor Frank Baker, a white Democrat, bashed the move as unfortunate and divisive.
Yeah.
But didn't stress blah, blah, blah. "I don't really get offended too easily," Baker told the Boston Herald. To offend me, you're going to have to do much, much more than not invite me to a party. I find it unfortunate that with the temperatures the way it is, that we would further that division.
I sent you her audio defending her party.
Okay.
Well, a video audio, they asked her.
I would be mad as hell. Well, remember when Cox didn't invite us to their Christmas party?
Yeah.
Because they were going to fire us the next year?
Yeah.
What a bunch of dicks.
You were kind of pissed off.
I was really pissed off. And they're like, "Oh, it was a mistake since you're not in the building and everything." I'm like, bull crap.
Yeah, they forgot about you.
Be a part of this group. It is a
No, that was in 2014, Lummy, and they had already decided that Calta was going to replace me for 15, and I wasn't going to be around. And so they didn't want me at the 2014 Christmas party, so we didn't get invited.
Nope.
I am honored to be a part of this group.
First of all, she's too. When I think of a Boston mayor, I think of a strong person.
Oh yeah.
How old is she? In her 30s?
Whether it's a man or a woman, I think of a strong person, not somebody like this. This woman is soft.
I am honored to be a part of this group. It is a long-standing affinity group that
38
has grown in recent years here in Boston and Massachusetts. Think of the Congressional Black Caucus or the Black and Latino elected officials.
When she says no whites, she's awful white.
Interesting. I see her differently.
What do you see her as?
More big,
Asian.
Yes, that.
Okay, then.
Have you seen
but
a picture of her husband?
Send it to me.
Is it white as hell? Or?
It was like Dr. J.
Oh, he's a white guy.
Yeah.
This is one that spans all levels of government and is a
No whites.
Connor Powell.
The mayor is going to have a party, a city council party with no whites.
Oh, Jesus. Her kids are partially white.
I sent you a Christmas picture for him.
Wow, he's
a very attractive man.
He's probably the whitest person I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
When you think white guy.
I mean, I look at that and I look like it looks like a white family.
Yep.
It looks like a white family with a little blend of Asian. It's got
it's got a lot blend of Asian.
But I'll tell you what.
50%.
I'll tell you what. It's got the most of whiteness. Are we gonna sit here and not talk about that 800-pound elephant in the room? Those people are white.
Those man boobs. Oh.
They're white. Those people are white. Hold on. They're as white as they are anything else. They're a mixture, but there's a lot of white in them.
Like half.
Yeah, if not more. 3/4.
Oh, okay.
And represent communities.
You're saying nothing. You're just talking word soup. Political word soup, bitch.
Yeah,
about to get mine.
Many such coalitions that exist, and each one should have their own space to connect.
Oh, so we should be segregated?
Yes.
Do that work.
Cool.
Good.
Is there a white only party? Because
yeah.
No. She
There's
said
no
that's not allowed, but there's a party where everybody can come together.
I like to have a party with no whites and only blacks, and I'd be the only white guy there. Be cool as hell.
So it'd be like this thing with.
Be like, hey man, what's up? All you like Ty J and Dion, bunch of other my black friends.
Get together.
Can you name any more?
Sap.
Yeah, Warren Sapp.
Oh yeah, your best friend Warren Sapp.
Many of these across all different types of coalitions. So
shut up, bitch.
Within City Hall, this really isn't. It was a.
When does her term run out?
She just got elected last year.
Great.
What do you think is like special about that? Do you think they have a certain type of cuisine or something, or play certain music?
No, she just wants to pander.
No, I get it, but like, do you think that they make it more, I don't know, friendly to the people that are attending? You know what I mean?
Listen,
no sugar cookies.
Listen.
Maybe like some.
When you're having a party,
chicken.
You placate to your audience.
Yeah.
So you make sure that the food that you serve your audience.
Like, what do you think was the meal there? Or I don't know. Like, what kind of food do you think they served?
I would say that chicken was probably a staple.
Yeah.
How was it cooked, do you think? Like,
they probably had it fried. They probably had it baked. And they probably had it in maybe
not grilled, maybe?
No, they probably had grilled.
Oh, okay.
They probably had it grilled,
For her husband.
and then they probably had some collard
He wasn't invited, Lovey.
Collard greens and some
like maybe mac and cheese,
red beans and rice.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
If I was her, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. If I was the mayor of Tampa,
yeah,
and I had to have I would cater it in,
like Popeyes or something.
Yeah, I'd be like, man, Popeyes, Kentucky Fried Chicken. I don't like churches.
No.
But I'd cut a deal with Popeyes, and I'd be like, I want Popeyes to cater all of our deals. I love Popeyes.
Events that everyone has been invited to in all different forms.
Shut up. You wrote a letter that says, no whites at my party. Only African Americans. And I guess Asians. What, are we supposed to sit here and take this?
Yeah.
I mean, are we literally supposed to sit here and shut up about this?
Yeah.
Was asked to host because of the fact that, quite frankly, it's her term. It's kind of how we saw it. We've been doing this for 10 to 12 years, and we're proud to have now an Asian as the mayor of the city of Boston. And when I think about when you say the country,
an Asian who hates white people.
That's married to one.
Yeah, and has white kids, or at least partially.
White kids married to the biggest white tech nerd you could ever see in your entire life.
Oh, yeah.
And wants to have, it looks like the guy's straight from Minnesota deer camp, and wants to have a party, the mayor holiday party, that only invites the 6 African-American city council members, and the 7 white ones aren't allowed.
Nope.
Jesus.
And we've had a woman mayor and a person of color and an Asian elected in the city. And so
Well, you better enjoy this Asian woman of mayorness for Boston, because she's going to get thrown out.
Mm-hmm.
You think?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Boston.
Get some Southie up in there.
Well, I mean, she got in, though, but...
But she didn't get in based on hating white people, did she?
She was going to bring them all together. That was her running.
But
until Christmas time.
Bud Light was sponsoring the party.
They also sponsor UFC, so...
Stole that from chat.
Oh.
We certainly have the Black Latino Caucus, Women's Caucus, Progressive Caucus at the state legislature.
Blah, blah, effing blah. Get out of here. The mayor, the Asian mayor that's married to a white guy that's got white kids had somebody whip up a memo that says we're having a Christmas party for the city council and only the 6 African Americans are invited, no white people. I mean, you can sit here and say, I'm being a dick, all I am, but is that not what happened?
Yeah.
That happened.
And could anybody else do that?
I don't think so.
And so why should she be able to do it? Could Coca-Cola do it? No. Could Chevrolet do it? No. Could Ford do it? No. So why should she be able to do it? Right?
Yeah. Well, it's not a good look for the city of Boston, especially now with Harvard, with what they're going for, and she backs.
By the way, $1.50. I think this is new money. Greg Last.
Oh, thank you.
Greg Last on the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App at the Bubba Army. $1.50. Thank you, Greg. Get that money in for next year's bar.
Ray Harrison, 20 on the Venmo, and Kevin Campbell, 20 on the Venmo. Yeah, she came out and said she's backing the president of Harvard.
Of course she is.
And what's the
Hamas, Israel, petitioning,
allowing
hate speech,
killing of they want to kill the Jews.
Who doesn't, right?
Yeah. Would it be a good I can go on Amazon and order about any type of T-shirt. Should I order Should I order an Israeli flag T-shirt and wear that, or is that going to get heat? Because I support the Israelis.
Well, we probably would have some pro-Palestinians outside the gate, but good thing we have a gate.
I mean, but that gate's pretty secure. I mean, they've got the merch crick from the Watchtower. They're not getting. I mean, I put the merch crick and her sniping abilities right there with Hamas's abilities. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Right?
Yeah. Yes.
So, would it be
a he getter?
Would I get in trouble?
You wouldn't get in trouble, but it's.
Would I get fired?
No, probably not. If you wore an Israeli shirt, probably not.
You wouldn't get fired. You would get heat, though.
You'd get heat from the public if you walked around like that.
For what? Because I think that because I side with Israelis makes me a bad guy.
Oh, did you see?
I can side with any other. I mean, you can pretty much. You can listen when you wear a Bears shirt. It doesn't mean that you like the Packers now, does it? When you wear a Bucks, they're not in different sports. They're in the same sports.
No. This is a little different than sports.
Not really. Oh. I mean, when you wear an Atlanta Falcons jersey, you certainly aren't saying I like the Bucks. Now, are you?
No, you are not.
Well, why can't I wear an Israel jersey saying I like Israel?
With Netanyahu on the back?
Yeah. I am pulling for... we as Americans under the first... such as U.S. Americans that need maps... us U.S. Americans, the most protected right that we have is our First Amendment.
Oh, you can do that, but then they also have the First Amendment right to say what they want to say about you wearing the shirt. You know what I mean?
Okay, what would they say?
They'd be out front.
We hate you.
For what? Why do you hate? Can you let me?
Because you support genocide. That's what they say.
Anna, you
hate Palestinian kids. We hate you. We hate
Anna,
you.
you be a person on the other side of my fence.
Sure.
Okay, and I'll be myself.
Wait, hold on. I need to put on my outfit.
Your backpack.
Fatas, come out here and tell us how pro-Palestine.
I'm going to get blown up for this, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't endorse
So I'm walking out. Hey, listen, lady, what do you got? I just did my show. And supposedly you listen to my show on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
And you're mad that I got an Israeli shirt on because I'm backing Israel on this deal. What's wrong?
What did they say? From the
river
to the sea. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea.
Occupiers
will be free.
You're occupiers.
Let my people go. Oh, that's Moses. My bad.
Genocide.
Hey, listen, Israel, your people can be free, But we need to sift through the strip to make sure there's no more bad guys in there. There's a lot
From
of
the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. We
Genocide.
support trans rights. Also that.
Genocide.
Genocide is not okay. Doesn't really have the same ring to it. I like it when it rhymes.
Hey, listen, you want to play scratch off?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't understand why. Let me you might catch heat on this too, but what if you had "Go Russia" shirt on? Go Russia.
Oh yeah, that would be another one.
That's a heat getter.
Yeah.
Or what about I support Ukraine? Is that?
No, you're good.
Yeah, I think you're fine. If you wear the flag,
Oh, did you see?
No.
Did you see the calendar that Anna sent it to me? That the calendar of Russia for next year.
Oh yeah.
So Russia, when they come up with the calendar, I guess that they hand out to all Russians for free. They hold on. So they hire an artist, to do this, and they show various things.
Fucking badass. No, that's Putin, bitch.
So hold on. Bizarre Russian calendar shows beefy Putin and soldiers attacking the U.S. Capitol. Now this is this is a calendar that the government is handing out. The government is handing this out. The calendar artwork for November depicts a Russian soldier standing outside the U.S. Capitol while military planes and helicopters circle the building. The building is covered by thick clouds of red film as darkness creeps in. Many Americans took to social media to raise concern, blah, 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 blah. But look how the artist depicts Putin. It literally looks like it looks like this guy could kick Iggy's ass.
Oh, yeah.
Macho Man's jealous.
Yeah. Macho Man's mad now again. He's like, you're not supposed to show pictures of guys who got better forearm striations than me. Ah! Look at Putin's about 80, and they got him looking literally like he is, a 35-year-old, zero fat bodybuilder.
That's AI generated.
Well, yeah, of course it is. Of course it is.
It's an animation.
Macho Man.
It's clearly a drawing.
We know it's not realistic. We know it's animated. But that's how Russia rolls. Russia wants to depict. I mean, if we were to depict our president, we would show oatmeal and a diaper.
Yep. This is
They got this guy looking jacked.
This is a calendar from the past I'm about to send you. It's pretty funny. He's just being rugged.
Putin.
On horseback with a gun, shirtless.
Oh, hell yeah.
A big difference there.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I mean, this was a few years ago, but that was the calendar a few years ago that they did.
Yeah.
And he's just got a gun and he's just looking rugged.
They're like, you know what? See, that looks pretty good. I wouldn't mind that being the leader of my country I live in.
Yeah.
On a horse in the wilderness, no shirt on. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I also like the animated one that they came up with, for this year. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Russia's getting more and more like North Korea.
Oh, he also had a calendar as well.
Oh, Kim Jong Un did?
Yeah, let me find it.
Oh, hold on. Let me go to words and find me his calendar if you could.
Sure.
Find a safe place and stay there. The four horsemen of the apocalypse asked him for advice.
Oh God.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Hey, Lummy, will you find me the trailer? Or did he leave?
Where?
Will you find me the trailer about the Minister of Defense? It's ESPN did a 30 for 30 about Reggie White.
Oh yeah, okay.
Thank you, everybody, for the money. We appreciate it.
Money. Maybe they're not as good as I thought. It's just a bunch of pictures of him on horseback, but I remember them being funnier.
I sent it to you, Bubba.
Okay. We have 97 on Facebook. Why don't you share, like, or do something to me
Come on, 3 people.
to get me to 100? I mean, that's pretty fucking good. Please. Please.
Please, please, please.
Please.
Please. God.
Please. Come on, Facebook. Please get me where I need to be, because I was... Maybe tell your friend.
Tell your
Maybe
friend,
pull up your Facebook.
bitch.
Watch Bubba Clam. The show. During commercials, they have this thing called the hot mic, and it lets us listen to their inner thoughts and shit. You know.
Yeah.
About how fucking crazy I am.
Yeah. 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 Mm-mm. What's up, everybody? Good morning, PR916. Is your name...
What I'm learning now, based on what I was teaching then, I misled people.
What the hell? 30 for 30%. Whoa, whoa. Wow, this guy is white as hell. Connor Pawlarski. Let's learn about Connor. Michelle, woo woo.
114 on the Facebook. Thank you,
Whoa.
lovers. Thank you, my little Michael Trader, my little Jaden Bet, Joe the Super, David Blair, Kirk Niver. What about a hundo? Hold on, did you did you lay down a hundo and got fucked on the deal?
Did you get fucked on the deal? Good morning, Dark Patch.
Kurt Niver.
Steve. We need to also get a head count for the 199. What's going on with that? Are you allowing Paige with the Pool Guy to come with Cracker Chris, or what's going on?
Why don't you stop worrying about it? It's not your fucking deal.
I'm just asking questions that people want to know.
Did you get your bag yesterday, bud? 106. Don't let me drop below 100.
I am reading chat. Carlos Clem. What's up, Steve? Cracker Chris, what's up? Maria Guatemala. Oh yeah, everyone vote for Maria. I posted it on Instagram last night.
Yes, please.
To get to the next round, the greatest big.
Oh, I just dropped below 100, you motherfuckers.
Oh no.
Lummy, did you rip off a dude on 100 named Hi Lisa Sacco. Hello Gloria. Gloria. Kurt Niver.
No, what's that on?
He said, "What about my 100?"
Kurt Niver.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh.
Maybe it was 100 stars, which is only $1, which we don't fucking jump to.
Oh, is it on Facebook?
Yeah. So, like, listen, Niver. Dirty Niver.
Get to a safe place. Safe place.
The prison work release program gone horribly wrong.
You may want to duck.
This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Bubba the Love Sponge. Bubba the Love Sponge.
We're back on Facebook as one of the platforms that you can watch us live as we do our morning show, terrestrial Yippee-O deal, 6 to 10 every Monday through Friday. Our after shows are also seen on, I think, all 4 platforms: Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Did you see Tucker is joining Rumble now, too? Tucker's doing kind of the same thing we're doing, aren't we? Isn't he?
Yeah. He's following in your steps.
Well, except much larger numbers, and he's far more popular and probably more talented than me as well.
No, not more talented.
My dad sent me a text that I got when I woke up this morning. He goes, "Oh my God, you got to watch the 30 for 30 ESPN thing about Reggie White called The Minister of Defense." And my dad goes, "I was very moved," which means I think my dad might have cried.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because of sports?
Well, it's sports, and it's about Reggie White, who plays for the Packers, who my dad, and see, maybe
you get your love of the Packers from your father. I understand.
Yeah, it was indoctrined to me. And Tyler the same way. Tyler's favorite team. Well, I don't know. He's not
probably
allowed.
hates the Packers now.
He probably does.
Probably
My
hates
son,
them.
up until Yoko took over. Yoko Ace. Before Yoko Ace took control of him. He loved the Packers. In fact, let me in the picture wall, it shows me and I took Tyler to Lambeau Field 2 different times.
Lucky guy.
So this is the trailer of Amazing. It's only 30 seconds. It's the only one they got. Let me just a 30-second one.
That's all that's on ESPN. I'm trying to. They have an excerpt.
Amazing grace.
He was so good. No, let me watch this. Hey, offensive tackle, you're gonna put your you're gonna get. I see that you're leaning one way. Let me help you over. Ready? Watch. This is called his infamous club.
How sweet.
Reggie is the greatest defender of all time. He wanted to be a man of God, and he wanted to win the Super Bowl.
No, I'm just telling you, Reg. I'm just telling you, Lummy. Those pants that I have, which were the last pair of pants that he ever wore as a professional football player. They were his 99 or 2000 or 2001 NFC Pro Bowl pants. They're autographed by him. It says Reggie White, Corinthians 1:13.
Yes, that's his signature.
It was the last pair of pants that he ever wore as a football player, and it was also the Pro Bowl and their game used worn. What's that, Rhett?
They should have had you on the documentary.
Well, I mean, one has to think that these pants are worth a lot of money, wouldn't you think?
I think what you got to do is get a certificate of authenticity, and I think that would really blow it up.
How would you do that?
You send it in to make sure the autograph's real, and then they would do their due diligence.
I'm going to do that. Would you find me companies that do that?
Sure.
Get away from the field, Reggie gets a little more complicated. What I'm learning now, based on what I was teaching then, I misled people.
Okay.
But now I see.
30 for 30 presents The Minister of Defense.
They put a lot of good sports documentaries out. From the Barry one to the Reggie White one.
I've still not seen Bye Bye Barry.
Have you watched it, Lummy?
Yeah, I have.
I heard it was unbelievable. I forget who it was.
Kurt Angle?
It was Kurt. Yes, thank you. Kurt Angle, out of nowhere, tweets, Barry Sanders is my new hero. After just having watched Bye Bye Barry, Barry Sanders is my new hero. I guess it is unbelievable.
It is. It's really good. His swagger just humbles you. And lack of swagger.
Just his humility.
Yep.
His humility. And he could have played what? What did he retire at? 30? 31.
Yeah,
I mean,
30,
what did
31.
Emmett retire at? 38?
Yeah. He was going for that record.
Hey, Alexa, how old was Emmett Smith when he retired? Bitch, that's an easy one. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, well,
it's almost time to dust off those holiday sweaters. I'm sure yours are beautiful, but I know there are some ugly ones out there too. Want to know how ugly? Just ask, how ugly is your holiday sweater? And I'll recount the ways.
How ugly is your stupid face, bitch?
Oh.
All right, now that I know she's awake. Hey, Alexa, when did Emmitt Smith retire?
Emmitt Smith retired from the NFL in 2004 after playing for the Arizona Cardinals.
Hey, Alexa, how old was Emmitt Smith when he retired from football?
From Answers.com. Emmitt Smith retired after the 2004 season at the age of 35.
All right, so Barry at 31?
Yeah.
So you can say Barry had at least 3 or 4 more years in him.
Oh, yeah.
Where does Barry rank on the all-time rushing, Lummy, can you send me the NFL all-time rushing list?
Yes.
And what? Emmitt's number 1, right?
Yes.
Is Walter number 2? Is
Walter's number 2.
Now that guy, you'll
be surprised by number 3.
And even though, tell me when you sent it.
All right, I'm trying.
And even though I'm a Green Bay Packer fan,
I sent
You
it.
will be surprised by number 3.
Yes, you will be.
and even though I'm a Green Bay Packer fan, I cannot, you just cannot deny how good Walter Payton was.
No, you can't.
I think he was better than Emmitt Smith. I really do.
Oh, yeah. Emmitt Smith had, in the Bye-Bye Barry, they talk about if Barry Sanders was on that Cowboys team, good luck.
Oh, yeah.
Barry would have broke the record when he was 29.
All right, so Emmitt Smith is what's these what's
two teams? They played for 2 teams.
Oh, 2 teams. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Walter only played for Chicago.
Emmitt Smith, number 1. Walter Payton, number 2. Frank Gore, number 3.
Yeah, long career.
Barry Sanders, number 4. And Barry Sanders, had 4. What age did Walter Payton retire?
Let's see. And he had a long...
Adrian Peterson, Curtis... I never knew Curtis Martin, LaDaine Lee and Tomlinson, Jerome Bettis, Eric Dickerson, Tony Dorsett, Jim Brown, Marshall Falk, Edrin James, Marcus Allen, Franco Harris, Thurman Thomas, Fred Taylor, Steven Jackson, John Riggins, and Corey Dillon are your top 20. OJ's 21?
Yeah, he's way down there.
Warwick Dunn, 23.
Look at that.
If you look at it, too, Barry only played, 9 seasons?
Yeah.
I think Walter played, 11 or 12, 13 seasons. Trying to see his age.
Roger Craig is at 46. Wow. Larry Zonka, top 50. No, he's 52, 8,000. But see, back then, man, they didn't run the ball like they do now. Maybe they ran it more. I don't know.
They definitely ran it more. It's a passing league now more than ever.
Yeah, you're right.
Barry played 10 seasons.
Walter retired at 34.
Walter did?
Yeah.
And, just to goes to show you, man, Walter Payton, man, he was out of all these guys, out of all these dudes, out of the top 5 dudes, Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, Frank Gore, Barry Sanders, and Adrian Peterson. Physically, as a physical specimen, probably the only person that could even come close to comparing to... I saw Walter Payton live. I went to a Chicago Bear, Philadelphia, me, Larry Plummer, Bart Haniff, Chris Stein. We all took a guy's trip, our senior year.
Oh, nice.
And went and watched the Bears play the Philadelphia Eagles, okay?
Okay.
So this would have been the winter of, this would have been like November, December of 83. Okay?
All right. Wow.
And during warm-ups, with shoulder pads on and a helmet, we all four were just like, I've never seen anything. With shoulder pads and a helmet, which makes it, it's a little tougher. He did a handstand walk. He walked on his hands, a handstand, 100 yards.
Whoa.
He started at the goal line. This is like when the punters are out there kicking, Lummy, and the defensive linemen are out there doing some drills, and then the quarterback's kind of throwing some routes. They're all kind of just all individually kind of warming up, stretching. Some guys had their headphones on. He put his helmet and shoulder pads on and jogged 100 yards on his hands.
Damn.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my God. Now that's to warm up.
That's insane.
That would ruin me. Like, I'd be like, my muscles are done for 3 years.
For 3 years?
I mean, Anna,
Yeah.
I mean, you'd at least be sore for a week.
Absolutely.
This was for him to warm up.
That's insane.
So, I mean, out of the top 5, the only guy that could even come close to having his physicality and being as physical and would be Adrian Peterson. But I don't think Adrian Peterson even had near the physique that Walter Payton. He was an
And he's the one that hit his kids, right?
No, well, yeah, Peterson did.
Yeah, Peterson.
Well, Dickerson.
But Walter died. Walter was like this unbelievable. Like, I don't think that he drank. I don't think that he smoked. I think that he was super clean living, and he died the first of some very rare kidney liver kind of deal.
Oh, that sucks. You did all the right things, and you still got effed.
like Anna, like he would be like, he ate clean and he, worked out in the off season, and he was from, I think he was from Jackson, Mississippi. I think he was, or there,
Columbia, Mississippi.
And I watched a special on Walter Payton. You might be able to find it, Lummy, but he had this hill. And he would run up this he didn't go to the weight room or anything like that. He would just go and run up this hill every day and like hold logs and bricks. And, he would just run up this hill every day, like 100 times. And he was just a physical freak. And then we lost him at age 49?
He was in 99, it says.
49?
Yeah, I think so. He was in his 40s, I believe. 46.
Emmett was fun to watch. Gore was all right to watch. Barry was absolutely fun to watch, and so was Peterson. But nobody. I cry when they I think CBS back in the day, Walter Payton took the Carly Simon Nobody Does It Better.
Oh, okay.
and did a Walter Payton.
Yeah, it says he was 45.
Nobody Does It Better video, and I used to. If you find it, I'll probably cry.
Like the Indiana.
Oh,
Indiana.
Back home again in Indiana. That makes me cry.
I know.
And the Hoosiers movie makes me cry. And Lummy, when CBS way back in the day when they had Jimmy the Greek and Irv Cross and Britt Musburger and Phyllis George, remember that?
Yeah.
They did a. This is when Walter was in his prime. This wasn't even when he was sick. They did a Nobody Does It Better.
I think this is it. I can't hear it, but it seems like it is.
It's going to probably make me cry. Hold on.
It's sad to me because he had a lot greater impact on my life than I had on his.
Is this the guy that just died?
No, this is his coach.
The Dick.
Mike Ditka.
This is Mike Ditka.
Didn't he just die?
No, he's still alive.
He's still alive.
Dick Buckus died.
Yeah, Mike Ditka.
Mike Ditka.
I did the same thing.
Mike Ditka was a Pro Bowl tight end for the Chicago Bears. Then Anna went on to coach the Chicago Bears.
Oh, wow.
And coached Walter Payton and played with Dick Buckus. So you're all around, like you're close.
Thank you.
You're getting.
I'm trying.
You're
I'm trying my best.
I mean, she's close enough for a shotgun.
And we have that audio already pulled right now. Mike Ditka kicks the bucket.
He was the best football player I've ever seen.
Yeah, well, you screwed him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did.
Mike Ditka, as a coach, screwed Walter Payton in the Super Bowl. They only made the Super Bowl. They've only made the Super Bowl, a couple times ever. And the first time they made the Super Bowl, now they made the NFC Championship back with George Halas back in the day before the leagues had merged, but they hadn't made the Super Bowl ever. It was the 85 or the 86 Bears were like
85.
They were unbelievable. They had like Wilbur Marshall and Mike Singletary and Dan Hampton and Richard Dent and Walter Payton and Jim McMahon and Willie Gault. I mean, like, they were loaded. And remember, Lummy, they were loaded.
They were loaded.
And so they play the Super Bowl, and, the greatest Bear of all time, arguably the greatest Bear of all time, Walter Payton, he's on the roster. He's on the team, and they're killing. Who they play?
Patriots.
They're killing the Patriots, Anna. And Mike Ditka never called a play so that Walter could score a touch. Walter Payton never scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl. The greatest player of your organization, and you forgot about him during the Super Bowl. He was such a stud.
How tall was he again?
Like 6 foot.
Okay.
Lummy, look at like he did everything
the Deion
wrong.
Sanders kind of thing.
You weren't supposed to. Yeah, he kind of was. He was Deion before Deion was Deion, but he wasn't flashy.
No, he wasn't.
No, but I mean, like the way he's running.
Yeah, he would run like
you know?
Deion got this from
him.
Walter kind of invented the stiff leg, didn't he, Lummy?
Yeah, and didn't carry the ball correctly.
No. And Lummy, he had an ass bucket line all of his career. And see, there was no concussion protocol. Watch him take this guy head on like the way that the Hootie takes on Bella. Watch, right here, watch. Ready? Bam! Right here. Bam! Oh. I'll start crying if I don't watch out. I'm going to have to start and stop this.
Don't cry.
You can't touch me, bitch. I'm Walter Payton. Now I'm going to stiff arm you, and then I'm going to hold the ball like a piece of bread, and then I'm going to stiff leg it. Watch.
How you found me. I tried to hide from your love.
Now hold on.
Went into him.
Hold on, Lummy. As a defensive player, usually you're the aggressor.
Yep.
Watch Walter. He just gives the guy the business right here. Ready? Oh, you think you're going to tackle me, bitch? No, I'm going to put it right on your chin. Can't catch me, bitch. And a stiff arm was probably the best ever. Let me. Walter might have been before your era. I don't know if you remember much Walter.
I saw a lot of highlights of him. That's about it.
Now, hey, Rep, look how he's holding this ball.
He held it wrong.
Like, and the coaches couldn't say anything because he's Walter Payton, and he never fumbled. But look at that. He's holding the ball with one hand. Oh, it's against the crappy Bucks. You don't have to worry about it.
It was the Bucks. He had hops
Is that him
too.
flying?
Yeah, he had hops.
He would, he would jump from he would jump from the 5, and nobody could stop him.
Oh my God! He's like one of those fish.
Sometimes I wish someone could.
And on to the thing about it.
Bucks.
And the thing about it is he was the most soft. You know, like Deion will tell you, man, I'm going to tell you right now, man. Now, I took that touchdown back to 100 yards, man. I'll take it back to the house. You know what I'm saying? Deion, prime time. Walter Payton would be like, yeah, I did my very best today. I did
really?
I did really good.
Yeah, you know what's weird is him and Barry were exactly the same.
Yeah,
and the two best running backs.
He was like, like if they were if he had 280 yards against the Bucks, he'd be like, yeah, I did really good today. My line was really good today. The Bucks, they're a good team and everything, and I just, I'm just hoping to do the best for my team. Like he was super chill, was he not, Lummy?
Yes, he was.
Did you see him show that Bucks guy? Get off me,
I know,
bitch.
man.
Get off. Who was that? Who was that guy? 46.
Reese.
Reese.
Jeez.
Oh, Reese.
He got cut.
Fly, baby, fly.
I mean, he's just, oh my God, I got tears in my eyes. He's so good.
Wow.
And he was so unappreciated. Oh my God.
Why'd you have to be so good?
Let me, I literally think with the Rams here, let's count. Let's count how many, and there's not, let me, you tell me right now, I can't think of a running, maybe the kid from maybe the Henry guy.
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
Maybe. What say you? Is Henry this rugged?
He's
he has a good stiff arm. He has a good stiff arm.
All right, hold on.
pretty good, but he's had size.
Hold on.
He's like a full 6 inches
step on
taller.
people?
Right. So
Did you just step on those guys?
Yeah, you just went through 3 guys there.
Why'd you
4,
have to be so
5.
That's pretty funny.
The way that you hold me, whenever you hold me, there's some kind of magic inside.
Oh.
See?
Round off dismount.
I mean, he's just so good. Look, you're gonna go ahead and tackle me. I'm gonna go ahead and gymnastics round up. You don't see this in the league.
No.
Well, ready, watch.
Magic inside.
I mean, Anna, if you just look, if you just look at his look at his. Look at his
It's hard to tell with the shoulder pads, but yes.
Look at his leg. I mean, you can just tell.
Oh yeah, look at that glute ham tie-in.
Can't.
God,
I mean, as a person of fitness, you can look at a guy and just.
That's a specimen.
Yes.
Yeah.
You like that.
Look at those glute ham tines are so hard to define.
Right here.
Maybe less so on guys, but yeah.
But I mean
that is impressive.
Right.
Yeah.
God, I'm the biggest Packer fan in the world, and I love Walter Payton.
It keeps me from running.
I literally have tears in my eyes right now.
I'm sorry. Do you want a hug?
But just keep it coming.
And he had ass bucket Avellini. That's Bob Avellini as the quarterback. Give me a break.
Avellini.
To do the things you do.
Oh, hold on, let me finish.
Nobody does.
Now, Lummy, is that the looky-loo or what?
It is.
That's against the Bucks too. That is a look. That is an ankle. You want to talk about ankle breaker? That's an ankle breaker right here. Ready? On the Bucks.
Nobody does.
That might have been McCann's. I don't know.
Nobody does it. As good as you.
Oh yeah, watch this. Hey, yeah, bitch, you want to try to?
Whoa.
Look at this, Anna. Look at this. Look
Look
at
at
this.
him.
Baby.
He's like galloping. That's not even a run.
I'm almost in tears. My God, he's
Cry,
so good.
cry.
Lummy, is he just not unbelievable? You've never seen this, have you?
No, not this.
I need to change the soundtrack to Blow My Whistle.
What's
by
that?
Flo Rida.
You can't stop that.
Nope.
Look
That's
at
funny.
51 from the Bucks get completely helmeted.
You don't have to go through them if you go over them. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he just landed on his neck.
And his nickname was Sweetness.
Sweetness?
Because he was so nice and so
Aw.
sweet that he called him there, that his nickname was Sweetness. You know, like, you'd think a guy like that, Lummy, would be like Billy Badass,
Yeah, no kidding.
Walter the Stud, Walter the Eliminator. Nope, just call me Sweetness. Anyway.
I sent you a picture of him too,
used to cry.
with his arms just defined his last season he played in the league.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh, let me see here.
they're just jacked.
Hold on. Let me. Boom. Last year that you played in the league.
Yeah,
All right, hold on. Here you go, Anna. And Anna, this
Look at
guy
those
never.
things.
This guy never took a steroid. Never never ever was. Never took a shortcut. Wasn't. Was just boom. Would run up hills and push like a Herschel Walker kind of deal.
Yeah.
And
look
then.
at those arms though, man. Those are.
Now, let me. Is this his training regimen?
Yeah, it's
I
on
want to hear
15
him like
seconds.
talk.
Didn't change the.
Oh, hold on.
I want to hear how sweet he
Let
is.
me find me an interview because Anna, he's literally like, almost like Michael Jackson.
Oh, don't. Okay.
No, I'm not trying to put like kid touching on him, but I mean like
Meek,
real,
kind of.
real,
That sounds rude.
Real soft,
Like timid.
soft and humble. You know?
Yeah. Be humble.
Walter Payton didn't change the game. He just played it better than everybody else.
Give me the heart of Walter Payton. There's never been a greater heart. His name is at the top of the list. Trust me. Trust me, his name is at the top of the list.
Greatest of all time. Period.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. But I
Sound a little choked up.
It does. It tears me up.
I sent you his.
I mean, it tears me up.
Sweetness.
Does he talk here? Like,
Yeah, it
career
should've-
began when the Bears hired
going.
Jim
Hold
Dorsey.
State.
NFL observers
Let me see.
Right
went to Los
Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the draft, some NFL observers were surprised.
Here we go, Anna. Here you go. Here's the guy.
Okay.
I was a
Okay.
little bit upset because all my teammates I played with, one had went to San Diego, another one went to Los Angeles, and one went to Houston, and all these these warm climates and everything else, and then here I am going to Chicago. I mean, wait a minute, never been there. Only thing I knew about is snow, and from Mississippi you don't have any snow. When you get it, it's gone the next day.
Played with an elbow injury.
Yeah,
Payton's
his
rookie-
voice does not match his body.
Just so soft spoken.
Yeah. Hi.
When I get back, Lummy, I still haven't got a ruling from Shane and/or Bruce, so I may just have to play the first part of the Cuomo deal when they edited it, and then when they start going live to her, I may not be able to play it.
Yeah.
He's hit the rattler. What comes next? We can only guess. The Bubba the Love Sponge show returns after these words.
Oh, we also have a new parody.
Is it
Temple of Todd.
Yes.
All right, I'll have to listen to it first time, Willie. From who?
Dark Match Steve.
Let's do light streaming. Let's do
Human.
Let's do Super Beats.
All right.
And then we'll go into the new parody.
All right. Does anyone need anything?
No, just for you to get out of here.
Okay, leaving. Thank you.
Bye.
And then Trump making fun of Christie.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
He's a disgusting person. He's fat. Fattest human there is.
I almost start crying during that Walter Payton. It makes me cry. What makes you cry, Lummy?
Oh, that honestly, that does tear me up because I feel.
Or when I'm mad at you, does that make you cry?
Of course that does.
Yeah.
Well, watching stories like that too, just watching how.
What's that?
Watching things like that, the Walter Payton, and seeing how good he was and how the respect, that does bring tears to my eyes. And then knowing that he died so young at 46.
Oh my God, I know, man. Jesus. Guy that was like a fucking physical specimen.
Just like even the Reggie White thing, I think is gonna make me probably tear up because I mean he was such a nice guy. Everyone said.
I'm already crying. I'm a little bitch. I've turned into a little bitch. I'm a little bitch.
Probably not the fat pig. Got you, Paul. Should I be more lens? Need 2 more seasons.
We need to redo that with an EDM song underneath it. It's too sad of a song.
Yeah. Yeah.
The helmets were complete shit back then too. Dickerson was a beast, J. Boy. He put his head down.
You didn't see these motherfuckers getting checked, going underneath the blue tent for fucking concussion There wasn't even a fucking blue tent back then.
No blue tent. They looked at you and said, "Get the fuck back in."
Say, hey, how many fingers I got up? 3. All right, get back in there immediately. What's your name? Warren. Okay, get back in there. What day is it? Saturday. Okay, get back in there.
Even though it's Sunday, we're good.
Even though it's Sunday, close enough, right? You know.
Oh, of course. As long as it's under the nest.
We got a bunch of bullshit weather coming.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday.
Fucking suck.
100% chance of rain.
On Saturday to Sunday?
Yeah,
Like
well,
that.
Saturday's 100%.
Like, and it's bad storm, right?
Yeah, they're saying it's a low pressure system.
So that means it's gonna rain.
Yeah.
Because I got a party on Saturday night.
It's
The
tropical
open
system.
bar.
Bubba, I sent you a news, the weatherman talking about it. He breaks it down pretty good, Macho said. It's tropical system in December. A no-name storm.
You sent me a story of who doing what?
The weather, Macho said he breaks down the storm pretty well if you want to look at it. Because it's a low pressure system.
Macho's big on weather.
Similar to the No Name storm in 93 in the Tampa.
Great. Mama.
June 1983, 24 months.
Not too far.
The following broadcast is not for the mocha soy latte drinking, tree hugging, Birkenstock wearing crowd.
I'm not giving you a compliment.
If you tuned in by accident, get the f out of here now before all the beer drinking, whiskey shooting hellraisers find out. This is the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
More than half of the such as U.S. American population would benefit from blood pressure support. Super Beat Heart Chews are an easy and convenient way to support a healthy heart blood pressure regimen. And they promote heart-healthy energy as well. Paired with a healthy lifestyle, the antioxidants in Super Beats are clinically shown to be nearly 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure than just a healthy lifestyle alone. 30,000 5-star reviews and counting. Super Beat Heart Chews support healthy circulation so that you not only get blood pressure support, but you also get productive heart-healthy energy without the crash. And they taste good, too. Support your heart health with Super Beat Heart Chews and get a free 30-day supply of Super Beat Heart Chews and a free full-size bag of what, Lummy?
Turmeric.
That's right. Those chews are valued at $25, and it all starts and stops by going to BubbaLovesBeats.com. Get this exclusive offer only at BubbaLovesBeats.com. Thank you. I guess there's this big-ass storm that's coming to Florida.
This is gonna be bad.
Let me hold on. It's gonna be bad.
It's not gonna be that bad.
It's gonna be bad.
It's no name storm kind, but it's just a low pressure system that's gonna bring a lot of rain. A lot of rain.
Let me look at Ocala. Better known as Zuber. It's saying 90% chance on Saturday and 90% chance on Sunday, with my accumulations being, it didn't say how much I'm expected to get. Next, hold on, 28 millimeters of rain on Saturday. How that's like a couple inches, isn't it?
28 millimeters? It's like almost 3 inches.
Hey, Alexa, how many inches is 28 millimeters?
28.
28 millimeters is about 1.1 inches.
Oops.
Did
There you
that
go.
answer your question?
Yes,
Not
it
centimeters.
did, and I'm having a great day today. How about you, Alexa?
Thanks for your feedback.
Mm-hmm.
Is that gonna really mess up your?
1.5 inches is not good for my surface, because I'm gonna have to go up there then on an off week and bring it all back up, because it's all gonna slide down, and it's all gonna be wet, and then getting wet material back up
is a bitch.
With a 1982 grader is a little bit of a bitch.
Yeah.
So now, Lummy, is it trending like it's gonna be a little bit more of a like Orlando and southern of that, or is it trending to look like it's a whole state deal?
It looks like it's going to be a whole state thing.
Whole state deal.
Yeah.
Here's Fox 35 out of Orlando, and I got to tell you, man, what a nice looking set.
It is.
Huh?
Looks good.
Macho Man, is our podcasting set going to look that cool, you think?
Yes, Jesse, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, so here they are going back and forth. They got 35 minutes of just back forth talk, just nonsense, right, Lummy?
Yeah.
I can say I do have a little bit better idea now. I think that the timing of this is shifting definitely more towards.
We never get like storms like this in December.
In December?
Never.
This is ridiculous.
We had. I don't even know, Lummy, that we even had
a mid-September storm.
Didn't we have? Did we even have a hurricane scare?
Not really.
We only had like the one. We had a slow hurricane season, which I think they were saying was going to lead to more rain this year.
Oh, Dahlia.
Well, El Nino. It's based on El Nino.
What's that mean, Lummy?
El Nino means that the winds push the hurricanes away from us, so we don't get many storms like that. And also,
what's that mean for my February Nationals?
It's a wet winter is in El Nino.
Oh, a wet winter.
Yes.
That's not what I need.
Usually you like things wet, but not weather.
The only thing I like wet is my vaginas. I mean, why can't I say that?
You can.
I prefer wet vaginas.
Who doesn't?
I prefer dry racetracks and wet vaginas.
No, that's a country song.
Saturday night.
I prefer wet vaginas and dry racetracks.
And Sunday. So if you have plans Saturday, I have some reason to believe that a good amount of the day might end up drier than wet, at least the way
this guy looks Johnny Poindexter.
Things are trending right now. So storm alert day now in effect for Saturday and Sunday.
I think anybody can be a meteorologist because you're just reading it. Like it's no longer looking at maps and having to, strategically map out where you think it's going to come. You're just going to some weather service that everybody else.
Weather.com.
Yeah, you're going to weather.com.
Yeah, I'm a meteorologist, bitch.
Right, exactly.
Effectively, you
just got to be able to work that clicker in your hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
And be able to show people from a green screen what's going on.
Can feel like tropical storm.
Tropical storm conditions in December, Poindexter?
I know.
Get the f out of here.
Conditions. Why is this not going to be tropical? Well, me especially. We could do a whole 30-minute lecture on this. But the quick and dirty of this is, first of all, the ocean temps are too cool. I've shaded where they're above 80, which is what you need for tropical development. And this low is going to track right where my finger is. So the ocean temps are too cool.
So it's saying, Lummy, it's going to track up there like a little bit kind of towards Fort Walton. A little bit.
That's number one.
It's
a little
bit. Big Ben. The Big
Number
Ben
two,
area.
a tropical system is what we call warm core. The core of it is warm.
I got a warm core, all right.
As it goes up in the atmosphere. This is going to be cold core like a nor'easter. So by meteorological and physical and the calculus of how weather works, this is not a tropical system, although the magnitude of the wind, the rain, the storm surge, the tornado risk will basically mimic one. So really it is an impressive little storm.
Oh, great.
But right there, listen, I've been living here for, he's weather porning you right there.
He 100% is.
He's absolutely, hold on. This right here is for you to stick around channel Fox 35 Orlando all weekend long and watch this Poindexter mother effer.
He said it could be like a tropical storm.
Listen.
Of how weather works.
This is weather porn. This is going to be a couple little dust ups. It's all it's going to be. I mean, it's got an inch and a half going to my track.
And Bubba, he's smart because he knows there's a lot of northerners down here now, which is why he compared it to like a northeasterner.
Right. Yeah. Northeasterner, people from the north know that a northeasterner means it's a big badass snowstorm. Yeah. So he's comparing this rain event to a nor'easterner, and all these, snowbirds most snowbirds get here after Halloween.
Yep.
Between Halloween and Thanksgiving is when the most of the snowbirds get down here. Our population in Florida doubles and sometimes triples for the months of November, December, February, March, and they start going back about April.
Yes. Yep.
This is not a tropical system, although
let me throw some porn in here to keep you guys riveted to Fox 35. Right here, you ready?
Magnitude of the wind, the rain, the storm surge, the tornado risk will basically mimic.
All I hear is wind, rain, storm surge, and tornado risk.
So really, it is an impressive little storm here we've got on our hands. Here's Saturday 6 in the morning.
All right, Saturday 6 in the morning. We're okay.
Some showers coming in from the east. The idea for Saturday now is that.
So that's Saturday 6 p.m. Lummy. It's just kind of still
6 a.m. I thought.
6 p.m.
No, that's 6 p.m. now.
Look up here, Lana.
Well, what did he say? He said 6.
He said 6 a.m. There was a 6 a.m.
I'm sorry.
Downpours and rain moves in from the south. Here's 10 p.m. Saturday. We've got rain heavy at times everywhere. The winds pick up. Strong onshore flow across the East Coast.
Looks like Sunday's going to be the day.
Yeah.
Late Saturday night and Sunday.
Of high tide, there could be some significant coastal flooding.
Oh,
As
great.
we go into Sunday, things are definitely starting to hone in on.
Man, Lummy, this big old blob's right over my track. Right over Super, Florida.
Sunday being the day.
Home of Bubba Raceway Park, Ocala Speedway.
We've got the worst of the impacts as the center of the low goes probably somewhere up into the panhandle of the Big Bend, and we get this flow of moisture that just continues from southeast to northwest during the day on Sunday. Again, this is not going to be named, but it's going to have the character.
Oh, look at this.
No.
Oh, hold on. Damn it. F me running. Let me try to find a
little wind gust.
Yeah, let me find the wind gust Willie's here. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. Okay, here we go.
Named, but it's going to have the characteristics of a tropical storm.
I mean, Lummy, I saw like a 30 in Tampa.
Here's the wind gust potential Saturday morning, midday. Notice easterly winds 20 to 30 miles an hour. The winds pick up Saturday night into Sunday morning. Now, I want you to take this.
Oh, hold on. Sunday at 3 a.m., 50 mile an hour here in Tampa. Phew. Hope it didn't blow the building down.
The grain of salt. I'm showing you this because
my generator.
This is a possible scenario. It's a computer model.
Yeah, hold on, Anna. Again, this is all weather porn.
Sure. I mean, everything is like that, right?
51.
It's not gospel.
Sebring, 57. West Palm Beach, 57. These are miles per hour wind gusts.
Yeah. But this is our exclusive Fox model. You're not going to see this anywhere else in town. And it's doing a good job, I think, of initializing the way the atmosphere is. And because of that, I think there's at least some credence to what it shows for Sunday. It's very aggressive with really ramping up the winds, as you can see.
They got Orlando at almost 70 miles an hour.
This is our Orlando station, and look how the wind is 67 in Orlando and 30 in Ocala.
They're saying it. West Palm Beach is going to be 73, Melbourne 58, and Orlando nearly 70.
Statewide.
That's pretty bad.
Of 50 or 60 miles an hour. I think that's probably a little bit much, but it's certainly not impossible, in my humble opinion, as of right now.
All right, here we go. So we got rainfalls. Okay, this is exactly what I need to know with regards to my track.
But the first and bigger impact here is a lot of
3 inches.
Wow.
That's going to kill me. That's the most in the state next to Melbourne. Oh, Miami's getting 8.
Wow.
Rain, I think 2 to 5 inches of rain statewide. There's the European.
3 inches.
What's that going to do to your track?
Kill it. Absolutely kill it.
Computer model. Here's the GFS computer model. Regardless of track, it looks pretty likely there's going to be a lot of rain everywhere. If we get over 1.08 inches of rain in Orlando on Saturday, that would make it the wettest December 16th on record. And records in Orlando go back to the late 1800s.
Yeah, okay, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you for your weather porn there. The hell out of here.
3, man. Well, if you got 2 inches, what's the least amount you could do without killing your track?
It just depends, but anything over 2 kills it.
And there's nothing you could pre-do? Like if you went, let's say you went up tomorrow?
No, nothing I can do.
Do you think it would be unsafe to drive around Saturday about 8 p.m.?
Probably.
Damn it.
Well, no.
I got a Christmas party with an open bar.
I got a wedding to go to, and that's
for real.
Maybe that will get me out of it.
I'm going to see my mom. I'm going to be with my mom all day Saturday.
Nice.
So, but it looks like we'll be inside playing. We play this
playing dominoes.
Well, no, we play this game when we watch TV.
Truth or dare.
My mom and I do, and I cannot even utter the parameters of the game.
I'm guessing what it is.
So like a drinking game, but with pills.
No. No, I'll have to tell. I can tell Lummy in private.
Yeah, I think I know it anyhow.
It.
I could probably.
It's called the sum game.
Yep.
Sum. That's all it is. It's called the sum game.
Gotcha.
SOME.
Got it.
Lummy, we got a new. From Dark Match Steve.
Sure do.
A new parody.
Yes, he submitted it last night.
All right, let me see here.
Temple of Todd.
Temple of Todd. Here we go. I've been having some ass issues.
Oh no!
I blew out an O-ring yesterday. I blew out an O-ring.
Blood everywhere.
Blood everywhere. Looked like a murder scene.
Bubba likes stealing bread from Merch Creek when she gets fed.
I lay my pill. A lot of times when we're out to dinner, I will take her bread.
Which is the only thing she eats, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Out. Chase it with a NyQuil.
They Netflix and chill until he passes out from taking pills. Yeah.
And sometimes I'll throw 2 Benadryls on there just to say I did.
His butt is prolapsed from too much pushing.
My ass is bleeding. One bad dude, better known as Bruce Clem, my uncle, the brother of one Doug Clem.
He's awesome, by the way.
Is just the coolest dude ever to
His
live.
wife is really funny. I met him last year at Thanksgiving.
It's Lummy supposedly, and Bruce has lived here since 1968. It snowed in November of 1977, is what he's saying. In Tampa, Florida.
Oh, in Tampa.
Yeah.
What?
Veins are popping, his rectum's drooping.
I blew out an O-ring.
Blood is in the toilet from too much pooping. And Bubba's hungry. Yeah. Bubba likes mountain bread, but he'd rather eat Longhorn instead.
I'm hungry, and I'm going to go to bed. As soon as I get done eating this sandwich, I'm going to bed. Lummy, did you see the Alexander Gothard deal?
Came in, Rangers lead the way.
$100 on the on the Yippee-Yo Cash App, and I just got a big, large PayPal gimmick. I think I got 100 on the PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. John, of course, John Costica.
You can't go wrong.
The man.
I love my second boyfriend. Oh, Lummy, damn it! I hit the wrong.
Way to go!
I blew out an O-ring.
God
dang it!
Yeah, I blew
All right,
out
I'm
an
just gonna
O-ring.
play it. I hit play instead of pause.
Blood
and
everywhere.
It's okay.
I was
Murder
paying homage
scene.
to the great steel slinger John Costica. Love you.
From Merch Creek when she gets fed.
Thank you, John Costica. Valpo, love you. I lay my pills out. Chase it with a NyQuil.
They Netflix and chill until he passes out from taking pills. Yeah.
And sometimes I'll throw 2 Benadryls on there just to say I did.
His butt is prolapsed from too much pushing.
My ass is bleeding.
His veins are popping, his rectum's drooping.
I blew out an O-ring.
Blood is in the toilet from too much pooping.
By the way, this is all a shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And Bubba's hungry. Yeah. Bubba likes mountain bread, but he'd rather.
By the way, Publix mountain bread is just to die for. And now my mom makes it, and then she sprinkles on cinnamon sugar, making it like cinnamon.
She makes it?
Yeah, she'll toast the mountain bread, and then she'll butter it, and then she'll sprinkle on like this cinnamon sugar combination. It makes it, oh, it's so good. I could eat 5 pieces of it, maybe 50.
Eat Longhorn instead.
I'm hungry, and I'm gonna go to bed. As soon as I get done eating this sandwich, I'm going to bed.
YouTube subs will reach 1 mil. Food reviews will pay the bills.
We're never gonna hit 1 million on YouTube. Come on.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not. We got to be realists. By the way, Seth Kushner here in about 20 minutes. He'll do the last hour of this show, and then it's going to be a Clem and Kush podcast. Oh, that's going to be a little awkward, isn't it, Anna? Him coming in here, sitting right beside you.
I don't think so.
This is Bubba the Love Sponge. I do a very, very, very highly recognized and appreciated for the review.
And he took Ozempic, but it stopped working.
By the way, I've been off of Ozempic for like 3 months now, and I've maintained my. Well, I've probably gained 5 pounds. I'm like, I think I weighed in today at 278.
Awesome.
I was down to 272, 273.
Nice.
But I'm on top of it, kid. I don't need Ozempic to do it.
And he started fasting his stuff.
I need to fast. That's what I got to do.
Hell yeah!
I saw Dana White explaining his 72-hour water fast. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, send it to me, Lummy. It shows him before and after, and he did a 7. He left the UFC pay-per-view on Saturday and didn't eat until Wednesday. And for
this week.
Yeah, and for the first 2 days he was only allowed water, and then the last day he was allowed 2 little things of bone broth.
Matt Arroyo did a 3-day fast and was training the whole time.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Wait till you see Dana White. This was like a 72-hour fast. I'm like, are you kidding me?
I sent it to you.
Blood is in the toilet, the poop is squirting. Bubba's hungry.
Dark Match Steve.
He's got a good voice.
Great job, buddy.
Yeah.
Great production. Not only do I listen to the song and how it makes sense, but I also listen to the production elements as well. And you did a great job, bud.
Bubba's hungry. Bubba is hungry.
I mean, the over tracks are nice.
Bubba's hungry. Bubba is hungry. Bubba's hungry. Bubba is
That's for you, the darkest of matches. Before I go to words, I still haven't heard from Shane and or Bruce. I love Trump's just throwing shots here and there. And he said, Trump says that Chris Christie is not mentally or physically fit for office. With a photo of him in his shorts, ex-president fires back at his Republican rival saying that he shouldn't be in office. Former President Donald Trump fat-shamed former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie on Monday. Trump shared to social media an unflattering picture of Christie wearing a belted and high-waisted khaki shorts with a tucked-in polo shirt, and it said, not fit for office mentally and or physically. Trump captioned the photo, adding that Christie suffered from Trump derangement syndrome, not obesity, and wait till you see the picture. It's not good.
It's very equator-like.
At all.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you know what? I got to tell you something. That guy right there.
Should not be wearing shorts like that?
Well, no. Could be the smartest guy in the room. Could be the most electable. Could make the most sense. Could bridge the gap between conservatives and liberals. Could be saying all the right things, but is unelectable being this fat.
And he could lose the weight.
Americans will not put a fat ass. And he's even already had a gastric deal.
Did he really?
Yeah.
No, he did. He had bariatric surgery?
I think he had. Let me see. Hey, Alexa, did Governor Chris Christie have a gastric bypass?
Governor Chris Christie did not have gastric bypass surgery.
Oh.
He chose gastric banding, a less common but still effective weight loss surgery.
All right. So
it didn't work.
So I'm saying, Anna, he had a surgery to help, and he got Lummy. I think at one time when he first got this surgery.
Let's see.
He got pretty got pretty skinny.
Yeah.
Let me go to words and try to find me the skinniest picture of Chris Christie.
Oh my God.
Quite simply, you're listening to pure filth, and he's damn proud of it. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Fat days, probably.
He got it in 2013.
Yeah, this is way before that.
But I sent you all 3 of his pictures. They're all together. His transformation.
Oh, okay. And then you sent me the Dana White deal?
Yeah, it's right above the Chris Christie.
Now, is this him talking too?
No, I just got a picture of it.
Why are his pants so high? He kind of looks like Dave Coulier. What was his name? Joey? Joey in Full House?
Yeah.
So let me find me where Dana White
fuck?
Show me where Dana White.
Yeah, I think it's
after 72-hour fast deal. He did a 70 fast.
All right, Seth's here. So I'm going to tell him that. I'll just bring him in now. Fuck it.
3-day fast. He said he did an 86-hour fast.
What the fuck? I mean,
this was a month ago.
You can't do that.
It's on Tickest to Talkist.
Right.
Oh, he looks good as fuck. All right. Damn stuff. Stuff's still in a redneck. Ooh. Did you guys hear that? My hip. Good morning, Bama boy. Brian from motherfucking Philly, are you coming tomorrow?
All right, get ready. Here he comes.
He is.
And today's
He's back.
By the way, today's the last day of Hanukkah.
Yeah, that's
How's
right.
it going?
It's going great. How are you?
I'm well.
I got something for you.
You do?
Anybody dirty?
The Jewish flag?
Anybody dirty been sitting over here?
No,
What's the Jewish flag?
The Israeli flag.
Yeah, exactly.
Some Hanukkah gel.
Where's Lummy?
I don't know. Oh, some pennies? Oh, shit. Thank you so much. Yeah.
It's a dreidel.
Take a nickel. I gave her some gelt and a nickel.
What does that mean?
It just means that we got to really work the Amazon gift list, Bubba, because I was scanning it last night and they got all the cards that I could ever imagine on there.
Thank you.
Settle down with your high demands, okay?
Hey, I start work today, right?
Today's kind of a freebie.
Well, I was kind of worried about that because I don't really want to have too much of a lapse in hours, you know? Things could get tough.
Yeah, you get like 3 hours today, I think.
Why don't you just give me the full 20 for this week?
See, here you are already fucking Seth and me. And I want to say, let me, will you put that in the
sink?
Yeah, and put a little water on it.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Warren?
What's up, Seth?
What's with the man bun? Are you making him wear that, Bubba, or is that
No,
just
he's
part?
been sporting that for like over a year.
Oh boy, that's not gonna be good for the kid.
You don't think so?
No, the kid's not gonna. The kid's gonna lose all respect for him.
All right, well, he's already he's a disruptor.
Who, Lummy?
No, you're already disrupting.
I'm here early, Sponjo.
Scrub it down.
Can the rest of us smoke in here too?
Who?
What?
Bubba said like.
What's up, Seth?
Bubba said nobody's cooler. Nobody lets you smoke. You know, inside the studio, which every station I've been to does.
Yeah, right.
You can, I don't have a problem with anybody vaping. I mean, if you fucking want to do it, I don't give a fuck.
You got enough screens over there, Lummy?
No, I'm gonna get another two. Need a couple more.
Hold on me. Monitor chat, see what they say. They're gonna probably be full hot on this deal.
Let's see.
No, man, they're cool. I got at least 2 people that are happy to hear me today.
Let's see. Seth's mom's on. She says she's happy to hear Seth.
She's probably already embarrassed that he's in here asking for money.
Oh, was that on TV? Or was that people could hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
The hot mic.
Oh, shit.
Remember the hot mic?
Hot Mike Willie.
Yeah, so they already see me. They already see you.
There's no remorse and no regret associated with anything they do.
You are refreshingly vulgar.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
Well, he's back, and he's quite the disruptor. Already in here shaking me down for money. Already.
Well, I just had
Sponjo, how many hours am I getting today? I'm like, well, 3. Well, how about the full 20? I'm like, Jesus, Seth, you're not even, your ass isn't even formed to the seat yet, and you're shaking me down.
It's Hanukkah, Bubba. Come on, think about that.
Gave me some gelt, which I appreciate. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Jeff Patterson, $100 on John McGrew, 20 on the Venmo.
I don't know. So Seth, just on the surface, like, if you were to kind of gauge up and look at everything, has anything changed?
Yeah, I mean, you're as handsome as ever, Bubba.
Right.
Lummy's got a man bun, which is interesting. I'm sure his kid's not going to be in therapy because of that.
Nope.
Annika.
It is Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, show me some Hanukkah.
I was thinking about Annika last night, and I wanted to bring her some gelt on the last night of Hanukkah.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
For us non-Jewish people, but we support Israel.
Yes.
What is a gelt? By the way,
it's
Greg,
Jewish coins that Jewish people give each other during Hanukkah to not perpetuate stereotypes further.
Okay.
That we love money, we made it into chocolate.
But they're probably not worth anything because if anything of value, he's already either keeping or or.
Do you want one, Booba? I'll throw one over. Peyton, Walter Peyton.
No, Stanley the sniper already threw $100 to snipe Seth. Stanley
from his job.
Quit being a dick.
What does that mean?
Seth is here.
People can give money to get rid of people.
On the phone call. Only on a phone call, though.
So, okay, on a phone call, if somebody can donate, somebody can snipe you for $100. So, like, if we were talking to somebody on the phone, usually it's Gary, the liberal, and
or Joe the supermarket,
or Joe the yeah, exactly. So really, things haven't changed too much. You know what? We shake them down as much as you shake me down, Seth. So you get it honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just saying.
It's all part of the game. I mean, we worked out a hell of a deal, Bubba. Shohei Ohtani style, where you don't have to pay me for 20 years. So that's why I was coming in here asking for presents for the last night of Hanukkah.
Now, can we be really, really very transparent and very honest?
Sure.
Because you're always working, and I like that. But, like, do you really want to be here, or is this just your last chance to just
last resort?
Yeah. Like, do you really
last resort at what?
Well, I'm just saying, like,
I just had a job yesterday at iHeart.
Well, but I know, but it wasn't nearly what this is going to be.
Sure.
I mean, this is a different situation. They kind of had you. You should have been on the other side of the glass, if we were to be honest.
Yeah, no, I felt underutilized. I felt like I had more to offer than
with regards to the overall radio, I wouldn't say royalty, but experience and mic time and market credibility and market equity. You should not have been a board op and a producer. You should have been a host.
Probably, but, they definitely weren't looking for that at all. So, and I don't even think they believed I knew enough about sports to be a host on their station. So
it's too bad that literally between me, you, Rhett, and Lummy, we could probably do a better, and Babyface, we could do a much better sports show than pretty much anything in the market.
T-shirt Will, 25 on the Cash App.
Thank you. So, here's the thing.
I was excited coming in today, Bubba.
I'm excited too, but I want to lay down some rules. Not necessarily. You don't do good with rules, but I just want to lay down some understandings.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Gee, are you okay over there?
Yeah. Okay. I am.
Jeez.
One, will you promise me that you're not going to flame out? because it's like.
I mean, that's a big ask.
I mean, that's your just like I have a reputation in radio, you have a reputation of always flaming out, and you're so talented and so good that you have to put credence in what you have and not in what you don't have and what you think is better on the other side of the alley. No, like the grass is not necessarily. Well, I think it's pretty safe to say that you've tried all other sides of the grass now in radio, and it always leads you back to our forest.
I mean, not even just radio. I mean, I worked next door as a marketing social media manager for a year. I did.
By the way, that you hated.
Yeah, I mean, it was a 9 to 5. I definitely hated it. I had anxiety. It killed me.
I saw you a couple times. I'm like, hey, I see you, Seth, and then you'd put your sweatshirt over your.
Hide.
Yeah, he'd put his
we can see you.
I would see him out vaping, and he'd kind of get down by us, and I go, I see you, Kush, and then he would quickly put his hoodie over his head and run back to the facility.
I mean,
that was good for
I don't think people know, like, literally, it's right next door. I mean,
I used to watch you walk in from the wall.
It literally.
That's why I peed.
It literally, their front door to our front door might be 50 feet.
Yes.
Now, there's a big ass wall between it, but Seth worked right next door for a year, and you never even came by and said hi.
I know. Well, Bubba,
that's pretty crappy.
Well, yeah, I guess maybe it is. But, we're here together now, and we're moving on from the past. It's the holiday season. We can all come together now.
It's the last day of Hanukkah.
Yeah, last day of Hanukkah. We could forget that I didn't pop in and say hi. I don't really feel like this is the pop in and say hi kind of place with the security that you have up front.
Well, not only that, but, you're not the pop in and say hi kind of guy, and you probably didn't leave on pop in and say hi terms.
I don't even remember. I don't remember how I left, to be honest with you.
How did you leave?
I don't know. I told
you. I
know.
quit.
No. I know. I remember.
I remember
and if we can be, I think we can be completely honest with people. You're here because I like you. We're here because I think you're talented. We're here because I think that you can really, really help my podcast. And we're here because when you and I, you know how to bounce off me really well. And you're, at the end of the day, you're really a good, solid radio guy. You're a good radio guy. And there's not a lot of really good radio guys out there.
There's not. I appreciate that.
I mean, in the marketplace, I mean, really, Drew and John Sinning are about the only two talented people that I think are even talented.
There's a lot of talent there.
But how are you doing with those guys?
But hold on, don't
Airtight ski pole 5,000 bits.
Shut your mouth.
Hold on, but like in radio in Tampa, like with your experience and your knowledge of radio, who do you think is good?
Oh man,
maybe Bubba.
Epi and to Bubba, everybody on the Big 8. I mean, who's good? I mean, there's not a lot of good.
There's not a lot of good.
Bubba, it's really, to be honest, it's very, very hard to do good shows days in a row for hours at a time and be consistent. Like it's almost impossible if you're not putting in a maximum amount of effort. If you don't have, the people around you to continue to feed you, ideas, you're just spinning your wheels every single day. So, I mean, I don't think that there's a lot of people that could do essentially what you're doing, a 4-hour show where, it could be something, whether it's, inner strife going on with the show, or whether you're talking about, how fat Chris Christie is compared to, how I've blown up. There's a lot of different things that you could compare, this to.
How are you on your, where do you stand on your health regimen, even though you stole my 15 dumbbells? But anyway, go ahead.
I'm working on it. It's been a tough year.
Do you need some Ozempic?
What the hell is that? Do I just type in Bubba and I can get 10% off?
No, I mean, Ozempic is this stuff that all the Hollywood people take that make you want to lose weight.
Oh, I thought, okay. Yeah, give it out to me.
Well, it's expensive.
Okay.
It is expensive.
Yeah.
It is expensive.
Who's been on it?
I mean,
everyone.
We've all dabbled in it a little bit.
I mean,
Now, have you tried, we're kind of, as a show, we're kind of into intermittent fasting, and we all kind of got into it through Anna. And I got to tell you, it really does work. Have you ever tried that?
Yeah, but it wasn't working because I was breaking the fast with a bag of Reese's peanut butter cups. So I would not eat all day, and then I would just start eating about 8 or 9 at night. I would just start eating the Reese's cups.
Nice. So
yeah.
So to go back as to how you quit the last time, you got something got you all anxietied out. and your mentals and your chickens and everything were all screwed up. And then the what are the forms, Lummy? Is it W-2s?
Yeah,
that,
W-2s.
That I, as an employer, send to you on what you make for the year?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so Seth, this is so on brand for him. It really
Do I not know this?
I don't know if you know this. I don't know if anybody knows it. And Seth, you little bitch, you can't get mad for me telling the story because it's the truth. And quite frankly, now it's funny.
I understand that, but I thought that I quit because I got another job. I thought that I came.
No, well,
yeah,
it was in conjunction with.
Okay.
So
I remember
somebody in the Bubba Army offered you more money. A little, not a lot, but a little bit more money. And then you came to me and you said, Sponjo. I'm like, what? He goes, I just got my W-2 forms, and man, that's all. And there was a figure there, which really wasn't that bad of a figure, but certainly not Seth in his heyday figure. Just like, I mean, Seth, let's just be honest. I'm not making what I used to make when I had a plane and a mansion.
No, I feel you, Bubba, and I guess we can get into it later, but I have a different perspective than I did 3 years ago.
I know, so we're just getting into it.
Okay, let's
so
dig in,
you think
baby.
that you're still Seth, Cox, 10-year, 80, 85,000. I mean, at your highest at Cox, you probably were a 70 or 80,000 kind of guy.
75.
See, tell me how well I don't know.
That's hella strong.
Tell me I don't know the market.
You know
bitch.
the market, man.
I do know the market.
I'm sure I've never told you that before.
No, I just know what that job pays back in the heyday. Back in the heyday when you and Drew were rolling good, and maybe even I was still there.
Bubba, I made that money at 97X. I didn't even make that at the Bone.
Oh, really?
That was that's really when I made my money. Yeah, and it was all downhill after that.
Because you were probably getting morning bonuses and things like that.
I don't really get many ratings bonuses, but then they got rid of 97X. They moved me to Hot 101.5, so then they made me
Jade.
Yeah, they made me take a pay cut then, and then they
pay cutted you to be a co-host to hold on. They pay cutted you to teach a girl morning radio?
Yes, because
what a bunch of dicks.
Because they fired everybody at 97X because they developed that app that was going to control the music.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Hold on. As much of a joke is they were a little bit ahead of their time because, look at AI now. They're saying that all radio, for the most part, is going to be AI.
Well, that doesn't sound good for a lot of people that are still working in it.
No, nobody can AI us. We're on AI.
No, I know we're. By the way, what's this headline? Will Bubba be fired today? That's not something you want to see on your first day at work.
Well, Seth, congratulations.
If I've not heard back from the owners that I've asked to give me some insight, but I want to play the Chris. Is it Chris Cuomo?
Cuomo, yeah, you got it.
Chris Cuomo. Yep. Had on that girl that's on TikTok that has a Tourette's.
Yes.
And she'll be like, all of a sudden she'll be like, you stupid mother. Like, she has these outbursts. And she's super popular. And so he had her on live on his show yesterday. And she was, they were not editing her. They were letting her and the F-bomb.
They let it fly.
Letting it fly. So I'm like, well, I think I should be able to play the article the way it aired on TV and not have to edit out her F-bombs, because at that point I am editing out a person with a disability who has a mental issue, and I feel as if that should be okay. Those fleeting expletives that she says should be okay by FCC standards because it's coming from a mentally handicapped person. And what are we now? We're editing mentally handicapped people that will never ever be able to be on the radio. And I've always wanted my traffic girl to be Terry Tourette's. I've always wanted to.
Do you have traffic?
No.
Back in the day.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Or even your news girl would have been good.
Yeah, I wanted a Tourette news girl, and she had these outbursts. And then you tell the FCC, hold on, you're gonna find nobody in their right mind would give this person a broadcasting job. So I am fulfilling a disabled person's dream as an employer. They have these outbursts, which are as a medical condition. Who am I? How can I get in trouble for her saying,
you're a freedom fighter for people with disabilities,
right,
Bubba.
Exactly.
Woo!
And so I want to did to Brandon the quad.
How many
he beat him out of his wheelchair, right?
No. How many how many television or radio or podcasters or any influencers in any way or content creators any way, shape, or form takes a quadriplegic 40-year-old virgin underneath their show wing, so to speak, bring them to town, get them a hotel room, and get them laid.
Really?
With a bisexual orgy.
Now this year is going to be a bisexual orgy. He might have some penis.
Yeah, he lost his virginity 1 year, threesome the next year, and now
Now of which Seth, this is another little crossroads we need to talk about. And we might as well air it on the radio so that the fans know where you stand. Where do you stand on maybe attending BARP? I know you have anxiety.
Well, I mean, Bubba, I showed up at BARP right in the middle of the pandemic. And granted, I was the only one wearing a mask, but I survived it without getting any variant. So if I could survive it then, I could survive it now.
All right, good.
Yeah.
You bringing Phoebes too, or she got to stay back and watch the kid?
I feel like she might have. I feel like she came one year.
She did.
Yeah.
She did. She kept you in line. Like she kind of was your handler.
Yeah, I think she could make it out.
She doing good?
Yeah.
Is she doing good?
Yeah, she's doing good.
She's got to be doing good to put up with your ass. You put her through hell.
Yeah, man, it's been a rough. Ever since I bailed on the job in California, it's been a rough year. It's been, tough on her.
Here's the deal, man. I see you get this job in California.
Daniel Highland, 25, catch up.
Was this was there more than one?
No, the producer job is it KLOS?
K-Rock.
K-Rock. Legendary radio station. I think of Mark and Brian used to be on it, or I don't know.
Kevin and Bean.
But anyway, one of the big franchises. And since then, they've faltered around with various hosts. And so they bring Seth in to be like an executive producer to try to give these guys some guidance. Seth implements a couple good things. I think that contest was your idea that they did.
Yeah, they called me before I even worked there, and they said, we have a $150,000 budget for, promotions, which I've never even heard in my life, Bubba. Being in Tampa,
right,
no one's ever said you have a budget. So they go, we got to blow this money up by the end of the year. And I don't remember what I said, but I said, go down to different restaurants and tip people, $106, or I'm sorry, $1,067 for 106.7. And I said, then people will start posting it on social media. You'll get, credit there.
Right.
Might make the news. And
it did.
They pitched it. They pitched it in the meeting, and everybody wanted to do it. So I had that idea, before I even started with them.
But nonetheless, first one of the day, Anna.
Yep.
He goes out there, and it's just.
It was L.A., right?
Well, but it's not. Not only is it L.A.
I was in Koreatown, Korea.
But L.A. guys, L.A. guys just think that they're LA. They could be ass buckets.
These guys are pricks.
And they think that they're so damn good because some corporate vice president liked one of these dudes and put him in this job. They don't have near the skill set of a lot of people that I know in radio.
That's what I learned too, Bubba, is big market does not equal big talent.
No.
And I don't think a lot of people know that, but man, I learned that out there fast, that I was working with a couple of people that shouldn't even be on the radio in Gainesville.
Exactly. I mean, could be doing mornings in Sarasota, barely.
You
know what I'm saying?
So what was the real problem though? It was just like the personality clash?
They didn't want to take direction or input from him.
They hired you for that.
I would talk to this guy, Kevin Klein, every day. He would call me talking about how the chick that he had sucked and she wasn't doing this, and he just wanted somebody that had some, that knew what to do, and he wouldn't have to push them and just had like the radio instincts. And every day I was like, that's the guy. And then I get there and he's telling me how to screen phone calls, and he's showing me how to go into their direct messages and start calling different people to see if they'll call the show and participate in fake bits. And I was like, what? It's like, dude, you're in 25th place. Like, we got to change things. We can't do the way things you have wanted them to go, because they are not working for you whatsoever.
Right.
So
now, did management not stand behind you and they just caved to him?
They did, Bubba, but it was tough, man, because they were going to pay for me when I originally went out there. They didn't pay for me, so I was $3,000 down by staying out there for a couple of weeks by my flight. Like, they didn't take care of any of that stuff. Phoebe flew out there to look at houses. Then they decided that they wanted me to be at this concert that they were having at 3 o'clock that day, so we didn't get to even go check out houses when she flew out there. So, I mean, it was a lot, but, they thought that they wanted a producer, but they just wanted a little bit.
They wanted a little bitch.
They wanted a bitch boy. And when I went
wanted a bitch that screened phone calls and occasionally had some kind of decent idea.
This dude literally spent 10 minutes telling me how to screen a phone call from Mike Ness from Social Distortion. extortion, who I could interview without even looking at anything, and he's telling me how to screen this call for 10 minutes during his show. I was like, this guy has absolutely no idea how to put on an entertaining product.
Now, and if the answer is no, I appreciate it, because I don't know what you really think of me. I think that we're friends, and I really do think that you think I'm pretty good.
I do.
Did you ever tell them that, hey, listen, I worked with Bubba the Love Sponge, bitch?
They knew Bubba. They knew my track record,
your lineage, if you will.
They knew I had been trying to work with this guy Kevin Kline for years, and a couple things fell through. But they knew all about what I had done. They knew about what I was about, what I had accomplished, and that's why they wanted me. They go, we're looking for the best producer in the country.
Right.
So
meanwhile, if we were going against those, if we were in that slot, if we did mornings on K-Rock, we would kill. I've had BJ Harris who's familiar with LA radio, and I've had a lot of people familiar with LA radio that was like, man, if your guys' show was in LA, because we're somewhat progressive. We believe in abortion and getting high and taking. They're not real gun friendly out there, are they?
In LA?
Yeah, I don't think they're real gun friendly out there.
No, we never get into the real gun thing, but I don't.
I would. I'd go into LA and say, I got guns, bitch.
Yeah, no, I was just looking for the nearest weed store. So
you got plenty of those.
You had to be in Paradise when it was, because it's literally rec, right? You literally just walk in and get whatever you want, don't you?
Yeah, but it's just so much. It's so overwhelming. I was asking the people, I was like, where should I go? They couldn't even tell me. It was just a whole. They all sucked that I worked with. So from the day that I got there, from making me take $100 Uber to the radio station, nobody coming to pick me up or offer to meet me, and then
Well, who hired you?
Kevin Weatherly.
Oh my God. So Kevin Weatherly, big slinging D in the industry, very well recognized, a legend, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hires you, and then, this all could have been handled if he just would have stuck his nose into, I guess the guy might have been named, the guy you worked with named Kevin?
Kevin Kline, yeah.
Hey, Kevin Kline, listen, this is Seth. He's the new executive producer. You really need to listen to him, okay? Really, listen to him.
That was the whole thing.
If he just would have done that, then maybe the Kevin guy would have a different outlook on you.
But Bubba, it's also tough when you go, all right, I'm gonna move my whole family out here. I'm gonna do all this stuff, and I'm moving it because not for a radio station, but for these people. Like, you have to believe in these people that you're working with to uproot everything. And I realized quickly that I did not believe in them, and that they were already in 25th place, and I didn't think that there was anything I could do with them that was going to get them out of there.
Not only that, but let's just be honest, where the rubber meets the road. What's a 2-bedroom apartment in LA go for? I don't care what they were paying you.
It didn't. It was like $3,500, and they just had me at $80,000. So it wasn't gonna work out.
What's more?
$80,000 is nothing over there.
45 grand in Tampa, or 80 grand in LA, right?
Well, it's almost the same at this point. Tampa and LA prices, I feel like, aren't that far off. But
oh, come on,
Bubba, it's expensive around here.
They got state tax, they got county tax, they got city tax. They got all kinds of things.
I'll be honest. We looked at a place for the short time that we had, the couple of hours. We looked at what are those places called where it's like a little house behind a house, like a half
townhouse?
No, like a half house.
Yeah, like a
halfway house,
like a casita, like a casita.
Oh, I don't know what the Spanish version of it, but there's
a pueblo.
It's just it's where rich people have a little house behind them.
Like a carriage house.
Yeah. Like
a mother-in-law suite.
It's literally called like a rich
slave quarters.
Yes, like what Dan had, like where I slept that time.
Right, people call it mother-in-law quarters,
like
too.
a mother-in-law suite.
Yeah.
Those were going for like $3,500 a month, Bubba. Which after I did the calculations was all the money that I was making in a month after taxes. So I just had to do a lot of realization and stuff, and I just go, I already had put money. I had already invested money into them by flying out there.
Did you get any of it back?
No, they said they were going to pay for me to go out there. They wanted me to stay for multiple weeks. Then they said they weren't going to pay for multiple weeks. And I go,
is that Cumulus?
Intercom?
Which is Cumulus. No, I'm sorry, Audacity.
Oh, Odyssey. Yeah,
Odyssey.
Whoever just got ripped off the stock market, that was them. So
yeah, and the bad thing about it is I can't even call my friend who's a vice president for the company and say like, hey, can my buddy get his expenses back, because they're like 3-time like bankruptcy losers. Like,
I know.
Like, they're like I mean, they're honest to God, Audacity.
It's Odyssey or
Odyssey.
Okay.
It's Odyssey.
Odyssey used to be CBS Intercom.
Okay.
And it's Odyssey now, and they literally are firing entire music stations and replacing them with AI.
Oh, Jesus.
Like
it's about time.
Radio's in trouble.
iHeart doing the same thing.
Did you guys see where our good friend Kim Guthrie got let go of iHeart yesterday?
That's too bad.
Oh,
remember Kim?
Yeah, she was head of Cox.
She was the president and CEO of Cox.
And then she went to iHeart.
She hated my guts more than anything in the world.
Couldn't say her name.
I couldn't even say her name. I got fired for saying. Beasley had you cannot say Kim Guthrie on the air. So I said Schmim Schmuffery.
Yep.
And I got fired for saying Schmim Schmuffery. Bitch. I did.
Is that to her or is that to other people?
That's to everybody.
The bitch, okay.
That's to everybody over there. Everybody over there at Cox except for my chosen two, Drew and John Cena.
John Cena, wow.
Yeah, that's what can all suck my D.
Oh, boy.
Every last one of them except my buddy John Cena and Drew Garabo. Those are the only two people. Well, I got one other mole over there, but she works she doesn't work on the air. She's more of the
like back of the house kind of lady.
Yeah, she's a back, but she's been around a while.
Oh man!
So I do got a little bit of a tether into that building, but I don't really care about them anymore.
I hope not,
because we're doing. Seth, did you see my award?
Yeah.
Did you see my?
Yeah. When do we get to all take that home? Like one night, like spend the night.
Stanley Cup. Bitch.
Do I want to show
the Stanley Cup, bitch? And by the way, your Lightning are in trouble.
Oh, dude, I'm off the Lightning. Don't worry.
They are. What do you mean off the Lightning?
Bub, I'm off the Lightning.
You back on the Bears?
I'm all over the Bears, but I've been spending Dude, don't laugh. You just lost to Tommy Cutlets on Monday Night Football.
I know.
I mean, good Lord.
Tommy Cutlets.
Dude, Tommy Cutlets. I love that guy. What a story.
Danny DeVito's cousin.
I know. You guys just got Jordan Love just got wiped out by him.
I know. We're still the 7th seed, though.
That is getting in the playoffs. Though.
We're still the 7th seed, and that means and the Bucks travel to Lambeau this weekend.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah,
I know, Bubba. It was the thing about the working at the sports station was so tough was having to talk about the Bucks every single day.
My sister just texted and said, "Oh my God, it's a great day. Seth is back on the air."
Oh my God, has she left the Egyptian yet or what?
No, but she just built a $1.5 million home. You would not believe how
she loves it when you say that.
Where is it?
It's up.
She loves it when you tell people where she lives.
Just give me a.
Hillsborough County.
No, off of Luke's Lake. Luke's Lake Firm.
Right up the street.
Up by Cheval.
How many bedrooms?
Like 5. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I've only been there once.
Has she got like a movie theater?
Oh yeah, she's got it all.
I gotta get over there, man.
I should do like a little, maybe I should do like a little staff thing over there at her mansion.
Maybe you should ask her.
Tara, listen, I am getting her the most badass Christmas present ever.
You still painting?
No.
You still giving those free things away as presents? Okay, well, I don't know. Sorry about that. See, he's wiping his brow.
Those things made a lot of money. I made a lot of money on those paintings, buddy.
Why'd you stop? Did somebody steal your supplies? You sound downtrodden.
No, I was doing something.
Uninspired.
Tara said, let's do a staff party here. I want to see Seth and Anna.
Aw.
Probably the only person that likes you both together.
Just so you know, hot dog.
There's not enough soap in the world to make him clean up his act.
Get out of my sight!
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Put yourself over.
Okay, good. Because I want Anna to see this.
Was it about a minute long? Or
Yeah.
a full interview, okay.
Of what?
Of Dana explaining us fast.
Oh yeah, and it was an 86-hour one, not a 72.
Dana White?
He was on full. Now, is this Full Send podcast a big deal?
Yes, it's the Nelk guys.
Where are they from?
Canada and the States. I think they're based out of LA.
The Nelk boys?
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? What up? Let's see here.
If you press the play button, you can see it.
I don't know. Rumble, Kick. What are we doing? No, I'm fine.
Well, I'm saying you got both of them.
I got, one at a time, Lummy. I'm easing back into this. I can't get over your hair, dude.
You don't like it?
It's just
different.
It just looks too put together, man.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you want him to look more disheveled?
Well, just because you're disheveled, Seth, doesn't mean we ought to be disheveled.
That's a good point. That's a good point. You got me there, Sponge.
Just like you look like Kramer from fucking Seinfeld.
Man, I just gotta get my life put together, get in a routine, and
you do. You got to get on a routine, motherfucker.
I've been off a routine for a while.
You've been routineless.
And I get back into Clem Gym.
No, that
I
ain't
don't think
happening.
that's a thing anymore. The Clem Gym is actually coming here.
He told me it was gonna be out there.
Yeah, we all get a free membership, so that's pretty cool.
I'll know more about the Clem Gym.
No towel service.
I will know more. I'm having a meeting about the Clem Gym tomorrow.
How long you been hauling all that equipment around for, Bubba? Like 20 years? 25 years?
Don't worry about it, asshole. You fucking...
You still got a 15-pound dumbbell.
Yeah, you still got my fucking 15-pound dumbbell.
Like, you didn't even take the set, you just took one dumbbell.
He took one fucking 15-pounder.
Just one, Bubba?
Take anything.
What the fuck?
I bought a fucking weight bench during the pandemic from Played Against Sam's, and I fucking never even
Played
lifted.
Against Sam's?
And now you probably use it for.
I was like, is this...
Now you probably hang clothes on it.
Back in the day, it was Played Against Sam's.
What's that?
So now you probably hang clothes on it.
Oh, shit, I got it.
The bench?
Yeah.
No, I got rid of it. Thanks, Jonesy.
He sold it back to Play Against Sports.
Well, I'm just here to mess with Sponjo about love. He actually doesn't look too bad. What's up, Bubba Nash? Grouper Lips? How's everybody doing? Look, man, it's good to see the crew followed you over from Rumble. Got all their screen names.
Yeah, they signed up quick.
We're on.
You on Kick?
We're gonna. Are we going back to Kick when we get our bandwidth?
Once we get all that set up.
Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Rhett's fucking big time now.
I know. I hear.
So for real, like he's big time.
Well, I know, man.
Don't make me choose between you and Rhett because you'd lose at this point.
That's what you told me last time about something. Oh man. I can't remember how the Rhett trajectory was. When did he leave?
He flaked out like you did and left.
In the summertime.
And then
was it after I left?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the summer.
Rhett and I'm writing this down. And Seth are two-time flakeouts.
Yeah, he did it during the summer break. He left after the summer break.
So tell Rhett, is he in here?
He's in the gym.
All right, tell him I'm gonna go to him.
He's gonna go. Yeah, he's got it. He gave me a thought.
And then Kush, we're gonna do you and I figured we'll do Clem Kush today podcast.
Yeah, perfect.
Just a podcast.
Yeah, no problem.
We're not even gonna put it up on Face it's just gonna go right to the pod.
Good, I'm ready.
And then I gotta get some podcast information for you so you can start putting your hands
in
on
all that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Bama boy, what's up?
Don't get chat cancer, Lummy. Make sure, Lummy.
Lummy.
He's got both up though.
FT Greg.
He's got YouTube and Rumble.
Lummy.
Yes, Bubba.
I'm giving you
what's up, Dark
Match? I'm giving you some direction as your boss.
Heather.
I want you to oversee his chat activity.
He's in trouble.
Heather, I don't even remember, to be honest with you.
The screens.
But listen, if he starts getting a little bit freaked out on what chat's doing, you need to step in and.
Does he need to cancel it?
What's up,
you need to step in and right the ship.
Hold on. Guys, I know somebody said they want me to say Joe Biden sucks. I would like to say my political affiliations lie with our great governor Ron DeSantis, and we are going to get him elected, Bubba.
No,
we are going to get him elected, baby. No, Ronnie D. I've changed, baby.
He's fucking Bridget.
Is off Ronnie D now.
He's fucking Bridget Ziegler.
What the fuck's that?
That's not good.
Yeah. Who's Bridget Ziegler?
Oh my man, right here.
I only watch Fox News, guys. That chick Laura Ingraham gives me boners beyond belief.
She does.
Oh, Megan Kelly gives me boners. Ah! There you go, buddy.
Oh, a squeeze squoze. This mic is a little stiff here. Well, there you go. Okay. Really had to. Man,
I could drink calves today like a motherfucker. Look at that.
You never even need to. Look at that shit.
He shaves his calves.
If you got calves like that, you'd shave them too.
Who's looking at him on the street?
This bitch right here.
I'm always fucking scoping this guy out right now.
This bit. No, but like if
I do, like he.
No, but if a guy was walking in front of you, just a regular dude, and he had good calves, you'd say, "Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
I
good
don't
calf."
remember.
I'm a leg person.
You're a calf mark. Say it.
I'm a calf mark.
What's up, purple jersey? Oh, purple jersey. I'm remembering everybody now.
It's all coming back.
Oh, it's all coming back to you.
Yeah, and soon I'll be triggered though. So
yeah. True. So we have to deal with your triggeredness. Maybe can.
Time to draw the line. Welcome to new levels of insanity and depravity.
Yeah, we're talking about
Bubba the Love Sponge.
I did hear back from Shane.
Yeah, I remember you, Snizza.
Oh, yeah?
Shane, the JVC boss man.
Yes.
And actually, this is...
Yeah, I got fat, Knight Rider. It's been a rough year, man. Hopefully I'll look sexier for you.
We're trying to do a show here, Seth.
We're trying to do a show here, Seth. This isn't about...
Responding to chat.
Listen, that's what I'm... Lummy, you're supposed to be his chat mentor because you know that Seth is most likely to get chat cancer.
I'm talking to people.
You could just collapse the chat. It's probably for the best.
So it's chat cancer, then it'll be a trigger, and then it can be either a throw up or a walk outside and get in your car and leave. Or there's just a whole bunch of things. But this is actually Anna from Shane from JVC, as I was asking to try to play the unedited Chris Cuomio,
Balin Willie
deal. And he said, checking with counsel, stand by.
Oh.
So they're checking with their broadcast counsel. There's a chance I might be able to play it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's just one station, though, right?
Well, no, whatever he says goes.
Oh, okay.
Like Bruce will, Bruce would go with his, and we're 2/3 of our syndication are on, between Orlando and Fort Walton Beach. Shane's kind of the boss man.
Okay.
All right. So he's checking with counsel. I'd love to be able to play that on regular radio and have the balls.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't pop unless you play it.
The only guy that nobody from that crappy ass K-Rock show that Seth worked for in Los Angeles to any hack ass show here in Tampa, nobody is going to play it potentially the way I'm going to play it, which is unedited with the F word of flying. But I think you can get it in under the American Disabilities Act. I really think you can. Who is the FCC to tell a mentally disabled woman with Tourette's that's having an opportunity to broadcast? Who are they to say that she can't say the F-bomb when she's having a moment?
I mean, I don't think is this up for debate, or are we all going along the lines of
we're just kind of going along with it.
Okay, yeah,
whatever Bubba wants to do, we just kind of go.
Yeah, play the bitch cussing. Play the bitch cussing.
No.
I don't think just because you have disabilities it means you should be able to say the F word whenever you want.
I think you should be able to. I think that you. I think
Great point, Bubba.
If you've got Tourette's, nobody would ever think that you would be a broadcaster, right?
Right.
Well, if all of a sudden now you got an opportunity, a company believes in you, even with your disability, to hire you and give you that opportunity, I think it's tough for a government agency not to side on the side of the employer there.
I mean, you're right. Let's play it.
Well, no, I mean, I'm not going to play it until I get,
approval,
proper approval.
I understand.
So, Seth, let's talk about if you do get triggered. What is the protocol for you being triggered?
On this new medication.
For my breathing mechanisms, or for what?
All of the above. I would like to know.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna get triggered, Bubba. I mean, it's just
have you met you?
I feel differently this time around about a lot of different things. I mean, I've literally been looking at chats since I got here. I really have probably seen 80% negative things about I'm fat, I'm a snowflake, I'm a bitch. I mean, literally, none of it has affected me.
And that would have prior just already sent you off the edge, would it not?
Yeah, but I mean, like, this is what we're here for. We're here to just have people just, talk about us and our appearance and what we say and all that stuff, and mostly, make us try to feel horrible about ourselves. And, I've learned about that, but, that's how we make our living.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So if you are getting triggered or you're having a tough time, look to Lummy and tell him that you need help. Okay.
Slamming Phoebe's B50 on the
and then
Venmo.
Lummy, you step in and try.
What the hell is Lummy gonna do?
Slamming Phoebe's B50 on the Venmo.
Is that new money?
Well, Lummy is the chat god.
Michael
And
Ivy, 45.
So Lummy, you step in and tell chat. Listen, Seth is
He's feeling triggered.
He's back. He's not going anywhere. Saying bad things about him isn't going to have any significance on my mindset with regards to him. And get over it, or I'm going to block you. And then Lummy, potentially, if you saw them, beat them up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, I'll beat them up at BARP.
Okay.
Yes, I will.
I mean, if you're at BARP and you've talked bad about Seth and you get blindsided with a Lummy roundhouse, know that you got it coming to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will do.
Here's Dana White, Anna talking.
He looks so good.
He does.
My God.
Talking about his intermittent fasting deal, and he did like an 80 hour.
I wouldn't even call that intermittent fasting. That's a long ass fast.
Here you go.
When you put your body through adversity, right? Different types of adversity, like cold plunging, for instance. You stay in there for 3 minutes at 50 degrees. Your body thinks you're dying, and your liver releases that shock protein, right? Which is really good for you. When you do this water fast, your body starts fighting to try to stay alive when you do stuff like this.
I think my body's fighting to stay alive every day of the week.
So apparently it sheds all the bad dead cells and regenerates all these new cells to fight starvation or whatever the body thinks is happening. How does that not make sense?
It's crazy.
It's fucking awesome, man. Is what it is. And there's over
that's when I have to dump.
chance that when you do this, you don't get Alzheimer's disease or fucking cancer and a bunch of other nasty shit.
So
one more.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't listen.
By this guy. So Brecca said it's absolutely true. It absolutely works, but you don't have to do 7 full days. Do 72 hours and told me all these things to do. I'm telling you, I felt incredible, man. I felt
while you were doing it, you felt incredible?
Yeah. And
you know what pisses me off about podcasting is that these people that
suck
wear their hats on backwards and for whatever reason got some type of following. Like, there's so many untalented people in podcasting. Like, just are horrible. How about that one little nerd dude that wears these black little glasses, and he just had Hogan and Flair, and he like rents a hotel room.
Oh,
and
the
then,
guy from Roadhouse, MTV.
No,
who? Bill Bellamy?
No,
not Bill.
He was on MTV, the white guy. You know who he is.
Carson Daly?
He's on Road Rules.
Road Rules?
Theo Vaughn?
Yeah, Theo Vaughn.
Yeah.
No, not Theo Vaughn. I have a lot of. I think Theo Vaughn. I actually think
Theo Vaughn's hilarious.
I think Theo Vaughn's talented. Like, I have no problems with it. I think he's a very talented guy. I'm talking about. He's just this little. Look at Hogan. One of his latest podcasts, and he's this little nerd dude, and it's a very famous podcast. It's a very famous podcast.
I feel like we've watched it, but I can't place the face.
And Shannon Burke says, "I have the clip cleaned up. Do you want it?" No, Shannon. I want to play the dirty one.
Yeah, I tried to tell him that. We told him that, but
I want to play the dirty one. I want to
help Shannon.
I want to play the dirty one and be able to legally play the dirty one, because the government shouldn't quell a person with look at Seth and the mental deficiencies he has.
Well, hold on, man. I don't have a special parking spot or anything.
No, I know, and you don't.
It's not recognized by the government.
But Tourette's.
But it's there.
Tourette's is a real deal, and I just like Chris Cuomo was one of the very first to actually play a person that has cursing tics. Nobody's done that before.
What a trailblazer, Bubba.
He was.
Yeah.
Now, he's insulated by cable news. I'm not insulated by that. But if I'm covering a news story, that aired on a news station under the guise of news with a disability Tourette's kicker, why can't I play it in the way that it was intended to be broadcast?
Can I
just asking for a friend.
Can I ask you, when is the last time the FCC fined anybody?
Oh, I can't even tell you.
Exactly. That's more of what I would be working. I've told everybody they haven't. I don't know the last. It's been, I don't know, 6 years. It feels like at least.
They have defunded the FCC so much that I don't even think they have a Tampa office anymore. I think they have a Miami office. And I think, and again, everything's done online. You complain online. You do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they go through the random Super Bowl halftime complaints every year about, oh my God, Rihanna was slapping her privates. Like, my kids in Kansas are never going to be the same.
You're right.
Sorry.
They're still getting through the Rihanna complaints, okay?
Yeah.
But here's the deal. Here's what I'm thinking, Seth. One, I'm Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yes.
Two,
Todd.
That I don't, and I'm not being, please, Shane and Bruce and Shannon and anybody that's listening to this think that I'm being disrespectful to terrestrial radio, but I've carved out a career where I'm not reliant upon having affiliates, meaning terrestrial radio. I can do digital content and pay the bills.
That's why I'm here.
Okay, so you're right. And so since I'm not reliant upon my my terrestrial money, and I would get fired. Let's say the FCC would fine me. I would be able to go to the news, Seth, and say, you know what? I got fined for sticking up for a Tourette's girl. I played her interview that she did with a legitimate news source. I played it in its entirety, unedited, the way they aired it, sticking up for her, trying to build awareness, trying to give a person with a disability an opportunity to speak their mind, and I got fired. I didn't have a guy hanging a 10-pound barbell from his nutsack like I did the other time. I didn't have girls urinating in coffee cans. I didn't have Scooby-Doo and George Jetson trying to pick up hookers and crack. I didn't have Ned give his whole big rendition as he masturbates at the Pasco Pussycat. I simply had a woman with Tourette's, a legitimate medical condition, speak freely, and with that came some obscenities because that's the way she ticks. And I got fired for that. I think that you would get in industry news. Now, you may not have any more job, but I don't think they fire you for that, do they? You know,
only one way to find out.
I mean, you're a historian of radio as much as I am. Where's the ruling on that, you think?
Which historian, Bubba?
You.
Oh, me? You know what? I just think you should do it. I had no idea you were so passionate about this, but I think that we should do it. And if you get fired from your affiliates, it's only good for the buzz going into the digital world where we'll stay and thrive forever.
And where we're thriving right now.
Yeah, because you're going to go, they'll fire you. Like you said, you're just sticking up for people with Tourette's. You'll start being on all these podcasts that you hate. You'll blow up. We'll find another generation of Sponge listeners, and we'll be huge.
Well, we're already huge.
And I'll get that Podcast Willie bonus, you know?
Sure. Shannon said, well, then you know what? He said, I have the clip cleaned up. Do you want it? And then he goes, well, then have some balls, pussy, and play it.
He's right. Big Tex is never wrong. What's up, Shannon?
Big Tex is the man, is he not?
He is. How's Florida Man Radio doing? Good?
Oh, super good. And I got some exciting news about that. Oh, my God.
Oh.
I got some unbelievable news about Florida Man Radio.
Another Cigar and Stogies event?
No.
Oh, that didn't go well this time around.
No.
At least not for me.
Bubba brought up the one I went to 3 years ago.
This one was way worse.
The latest Cigar and Stogies, me and Anna both had bad mushroom trips.
Oh, dude, it was bad. It was like really
I was
bad.
Functional, and she was in a fetal position in Susan Poitras's car.
Crying.
Doing her Seth Kushner impersonation. Like hold on, Seth.
Poor Susan, man. She doesn't even deal with this stuff.
She spent less time at the event than you did, and you didn't even.
I was there for 12 minutes, maybe.
Did you go by the water and hang out? That's
no. I booked it to the car.
She said that she was fighting dragons and monsters all night long, and she was crying.
Demons,
and then we, by the way, Seth, we did high class it. We drove Rob Elder's Sprinter over there, like the big Mercedes Sprinter. Well, the merch crick had to hold Anna like a baby Phoebe the entire way home.
Yeah, it was
she
bad.
might have even
In her
been. She
bosom.
might have even been nursing, for all I know.
Is there footage of this anywhere?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's on our YouTube channel.
I can't wait to check that video out.
Do you even subscribe to our YouTube channel?
I am subscribed. Yes, sir. I've been subscribed this whole time, Sponjo. I wanted to get to the 100K, the 40K, whatever goals you were trying to accomplish. I was here for you.
Thank you.
Even when you knew that I wasn't.
But you and I never, like, after you left, there was never any heat. Like, there was never any unpleasantries.
No, I mean, I think,
just avoidance.
Once you leave a show, I mean, there's going to be, stuff's going on. It's always a little, hot once it ends. But, I mean, like somebody...
We took a few hacks at you, but nothing that wasn't called for.
I mean, my friend Monica asked me the other day, she's like, did you leave there on bad terms? I was like, I got to be honest.
Hold on, don't tell me Monica from the...
No.
Okay,
no.
I hate that bitch.
No, Monica from The Bone has been very nice to me.
Well,
she's actually one of the few people that will actually talk to me like publicly on Twitter, and everybody else has to DM me and text me because they're afraid of who will see it.
Them.
Yeah, well, yeah, she's just absolutely the most untalented person over there, and why they let her do and get away with what she does, and why Roger and JP puts up with it, I have no idea.
Slamming Phoebe's beef, 50 on the Venmo.
Look at Slamming Phoebe's beef. Look at Slamming Phoebe's beef.
Happy Hanukkah.
By the way, Seth, one of the ongoing struggles you had when you were with the show was sex with Phoebe. She didn't give it to you near like as much as you want.
Oh, was that a struggle back then?
Has it gotten worse?
Oh my God! Yeah.
I began to hallucinate and thought a houseplant was talking to me.
Prescription medication.
Oh, man.
Prescription medication.
Rare delicacy.
It takes a lot of great prescription medication to make the shows sound this mediocre. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
And
well, you could give her the most okayest, ween she's had. That's fine. Doesn't need to be the best.
Let me give you some Cialis so that motherfucker's rock hard.
There you go. Just need some help from your
I feel like you've been trying to get me on Cialis and Anna to play with her toys the whole time.
Oh, hold on. You don't understand. Anna is a real slut now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm free.
Taking around the town.
We can't really get into it, but she really fucking whores it up nice now.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's
good. Things have changed.
I mean, she's a dick connoisseur now.
Okay, let's.
Yeah, whore.
Sometimes my dad tunes in.
I mean, she fucks 3 or 4 times a week.
That's a lot, man.
I know.
It's a good cardio, probably. That's why Anna's really probably into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anna doesn't look at it as sex.
Medical benefits.
Oh, let's see. I got a text from Tara. Shove up those jugs.
Is that what she said to you or me?
That's what she told me, to shovel up my jugs.
Oh,
no, I'm just kidding. Tara and I would always text, so it was just kind
behind
of
my back, of course.
It's
like me and Elise, we always...
All right, buddy, calm down.
Me and Elise, I love her.
I can't wait to tell you about what my mom did off the air.
Really?
It's not even for on the air. Maybe down the road. Who's making the money? Your sister or King Tut?
My sister.
She's got to get rid of him, man. Let me get in the picture.
What the fuck?
I mean, he's cool and all and stuff, but I mean...
You're cooler? What can you offer her that she doesn't already have?
Honestly...
Problems?
I'm on different medicine, Anna. I hear all your digs. Don't worry. I hear very well. I hear
she's a little digging bitch.
Yeah, a little diggy bitch.
But you just gotta fucking... You just gotta verbally fucking slap the shit out of her verbally.
I'm glad she's feeling good. I mean, I don't want her feeling like she can't say anything.
She's open for... You can zing the shit out of that bitch.
It happens every day.
Well, she can zing. No, she can zing. I mean, she can zing. We can zing. Zing, zing, zing.
I like it.
It's got a very warm vibe in here with the holiday feel.
It's very beautiful, isn't it?
It actually is really nice. Did you make Colton put the tree up?
No, Lummy did with Big Red.
Oh, you still got Big Red doing all this stuff for you?
Who else didn't do it?
I don't know. Yeah. I thought somebody else might have entered the equation that wanted to do all your stuff for you.
And we ordered a podcasting table from China. It's not there. But
oh, okay. I was
it's on its way.
How much was it? If it's from China, it's got to be cheap.
I think I know, but I don't know. If
2,000.
Okay.
What?
Has lights on it.
Huh? Sponjo, $2,000 for a table? Is that in yen? We got to talk about that. Maybe I want to put a stop order on it.
Listen.
I got you a little table at home.
Nash. I'm sorry you won't be above 199.
No, I'm good, Jonesy. I don't have any home projects going on right now. Other than just surviving.
Are you in St. Pete?
Yeah. I'm always in St. Pete.
I thought you moved to Tampa for some reason.
Hell no. Was that the rumor going around? What's up, Field Cat?
No, I just for some reason.
No. I mean, I was working over here and stuff, and I was over here a lot, but definitely never.
But you did move, like, from when you worked your last, right?
Oh, I moved like 10. Yeah, we sold our house and stuff.
That's
Yeah. Been all over.
What's up, Felix?
Definitely had to move.
After the flood, right?
Well, no. Well, we sold our house because of that, and then Shore Acres flooded again during the last storm. But no, we were whatever place we had, we gave up when we thought they were moving to LA, and then when we decided we weren't, we had to find a place like in a week, which was pretty hellacious.
When was the LA debacle?
That was 1 year ago this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because the other one was the San Diego.
Yes.
And that was like 7 years ago or something like that, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was during Drew's time, so yeah.
Yes, I remember.
Oh, Tara's hubby's got a Pringle can? Nobody told me that. I've been here for a while. The Sponjo thing is lame as hell. Well, you're gonna hear it a lot more, car wash dong. Snizook, man, you're obsessed with politics, man. I just know I was thriving more in Donald Trump's economy. Free that man, right, Lum Lum?
Yeah, why not?
Exactly.
Free them all.
Free them all.
Yeah.
I bet Anna jerks off to Andrew Tate videos.
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
She flicks the bean hard to it.
She's become very sexual.
Yeah.
She's become very sexual. I mean, look at me, obviously.
I mean, she already said Chris Cuomo was an attractive guy.
Was?
Yeah.
Oh boy, she's down bad.
He said he wasn't a bad looking guy.
Yeah, that's me beating up on.
Sponge. Broadcasting from a bricked-in parking garage near the flight path of a major American airport. It's time to turn out the propaganda and manipulate some minds. Now return to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Today's after show will be the return of Klim and Kush. Me and Seth Kushner. Seth's gonna do. He's like a utility guy. We're going to start him off as a utility guy, concentrating on the podcast. He'll be definitely in on Wednesdays and select Thursdays that Brian can't make it. Mondays, he'll be for the podcast. Wednesdays, the entire show in podcast. Thursdays as needed. And Tuesdays and Fridays from home. So we got it all worked out. We do.
And that should make everybody happy that thought I was going to be here every day.
Yeah, true. Like everybody thought, oh, God, we got Seth back full time. No, we're just giving you the tip of Seth.
Yeah, just,
so that I can really, really, really deep in my heart find out that he really wants to be here. This is just not another stop in the road before somebody hires him to run their body shop Twitter page.
All right, that was funny, Bubba.
Yeah, I mean,
that
like,
was funny.
for real.
Can I clear something up though, real quick?
Yeah.
I mean, despite the fact that I had trouble finding a full-time job this year, and I found multiple part-time jobs. I know everybody's like, if this guy's so good, why does he keep trying to find jobs? I just was literally on the radio at iHeart Tampa yesterday, so I left here to come over here. So I left there to come over there. So I really don't have a hard time getting radio jobs. They more get offered to me than I go looking for them.
But you have a hard time keeping them.
Well, I have a hard time dealing with all of it.
Or staying with them.
Yeah.
Because a guy, literally somebody could offer you $15 more a week to, I don't know, leaf blow, and you do it.
I mean, those backpacks look heavy, but yeah, I mean, I think if you gave me a light Ryobi leaf blower, I'm sure I could make it happen.
It has to be a Ryobi. I mean, it couldn't be gas.
The handheld too one.
It couldn't be gas. It had to be the little pussy ass electric one.
Okay, well, I don't know if the polar ice caps are melting, Bubba. So I mean,
all right.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, Seth and I are going to do a show, an after show today. It's going to be Klim and Kush, and I can't tell you what it's going to be about, other than us just talking some smack and.
We got to catch up, man.
Refamiliarizing ourselves with each other. So Seth, again, and Lummy, it's only going to be available via the podcast. That's it.
Yep.
Bubba Army HQ or iTunes, iHeart. Jeffrey Vaughn just sent us $100 for bringing Seth back. Look at that.
We're up a hundo, baby. Sorry. Happy Hanukkah.
Anyway, Lummy, I've sat here and teased this all day. This is the interview that Chris Cuomo did with this girl that has 9 million followers on TikTok, which I'm guilty of following her. We started talking about her on about a year and a half ago?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
You were a big fan.
I was.
Wind it up, girlfriend.
Wind it up.
Okay, so.
Wind it up.
This is a long clip.
Is it Wind It Up Girl Scout or Wind It Up
Girl Scout? You're right.
This is going to be different, but it is a beautiful demonstration of turning pain into purpose. 21-year-old Balin Dupree, all right, diagnosed.
Now, if I get in trouble for this, then go ahead and fire me.
This is quite a long clip about midway she comes on live. Just letting you know.
Diagnosed with Tourette's syndrome, fully 3 years ago. But it's something that she was dealing with.
But I really like Chris Cuomo's explanation to get to the point.
He does. He warms it up nicely.
He really lays it out great. Yeah. He does a really good job on laying it out.
As a kid, and it got worse and worse, especially during COVID. Now, Tourette, you've probably heard of.
Now, Seth, are you familiar with this girl?
No, but what station is this guy on? Didn't he get canned from CNN?
News Nation, okay?
Is it up and coming?
Let's stop worrying about the particulars, okay?
Neurological, neurodevelopmental.
He's on a big time. He's on a big time station, okay?
Tics, outbursts, facial
expressions. We have our own Tourette's person. It's named Seth Kushner.
Expressions, sometimes phrases, rarely cursing and vulgar behavior, but unintentional. Okay? So this kid went through a lot of what many do. She got ridiculed. They made fun of her. People thought it was on purpose. And she got sick of the shame and turned to social media to define herself. She now has 9 million TikTok followers. My kids are among them, okay? Balin documents her life, educating people on what it's like to live with Tourette, and to help others.
And this is how sad our society is. I just got a ruling back from Shane. And Shane, thank you. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Because you probably saved my job. He said the FCC attorney believes this would be a violation. It doesn't think protected class would be a viable defense in FCCC eyes. And boy, you're going to tell me that a female that has Tourette's is not a protected class when, meanwhile, a woman that a guy that tucks his penis and competes against girls in swimming and smokes them all is?
Nice. I like how you tied that in there.
So
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right, though.
And the mayor of Boston can say, I'm going to have
no whites allowed. No whites allowed.
A Christmas party with no whites allowed. But I can't play a mentally disabled woman.
Differently abled, I think, is.
They don't feel ashamed and embarrassed. Now, she says some pretty ugly stuff unintentionally. And I'm laughing because I get what it's about. And that's why I
think he does a brilliant job setting it up.
Care. It's not curse words to be mean. And the difference matters. Here's a taste.
Hi, my name
this is edited.
is Balin, and I have Tourette syndrome. I don't want to say the things I say, okay? Oof, oof, oof. I don't want to hit myself. I don't want to your mom. I'm going to an orthopedic surgeon.
Now, Seth, are you familiar with her? Because she's a great follow. I mean, she'll put you in a really good mood on that day that you didn't trade that, bird rookie card.
About my back because
is a bird rookie card worth a lot?
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What Yeah. Hoorah, hoorah, hoorah.
Seth, I got a new way, man. You need to start being a Tourette's guy.
You mean acting like I have Tourette's?
Yeah, yeah. Then we have an excuse to be like, Seth, he's got Tourette's. What do you expect?
Yourself, scumbag.
Now, when I was first introduced to Balin, I thought she was just a great comedic actor and, doing blue material, whatever you want to call it. Corinne, who does all the styling here, said, no, you're wrong. This is the real deal. Then my 13-year-old, Cha-Cha, said, no, this is who she... And then
Who names her 13-year-old Cha-Cha?
Cha-Cha?
And
Cha-Cha.
Everybody knew her.
This guy
but
sucks.
Me. And now I'm totally devoted to what she's doing because it's so brave. And I'm not going to censor her. Yeah, she's going to say some things that you would not want to say yourself, let alone have said to you, which is probably going to be my position. But as I told Balin just moments ago, she's not going to say anything to me that my whole team hasn't wanted to say since the day that they met me. But I love the bravery, and I love that we can get through the stigma and just...
I like this guy.
Treat somebody...
I know his brother's a scumbag.
with decency, because we all deserve it. And Balin Dupree joins us now.
Now, Lummy, I think my dump will be able to catch up.
All right, kid. Thank
There's
you
a lot
very
of
much
them. I'm
for
just saying you know.
I know.
Okay. I know. Okay.
coming on. And what do you hope you can do by taking the risks that you take?
See, I told you.
That was her first one.
That was a pre-F off.
That was
wasn't even. She wasn't even fully introduced yet.
Seth wants this. He'd like to catch this disease because when Phoebe's giving him a hard time, he'd like to go, screw you, bitch.
Screw you, bitch.
I do. It's just under my breath, but she can still hear me. I feel bad for that. I feel really bad for her. Just it looks like it looks like she's in pain when she's doing that.
Here.
Take so people can understand what you're dealing with.
I'm sorry, do you mind repeating the question? Ooh, fuck off.
Wow.
It's so good.
Seth might start taking lessons on how to do this.
I mean, it's not
Seth,
like
you're only Tourette's way from being a big superstar.
Bubba, what do you think? I'm going to perform this at the circus? I mean, what do you think? I just go, hey, go see the guy with Tourette's?
I don't go, no. Be like, man, Seth got Tourette's, and he's even funnier than he was before.
Yeah, I just caught it last year, you know?
Hey, do you...
Well, she only got this in 2018.
Yeah, hold on.
Learn.
I want people to learn that Tourette's is a neurological involuntary motor and vocal disorder. Fuck off.
All right, hurry up.
I told you.
All right. So there you go. I mean,
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge.
Co-host and show historian, Lummox.
Co-host, Anna Hummel.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire, of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra, of Council.
Brett, the Filthy Ginger, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up Bean.
And for everything else, go to thebubbaarmy.com.
Now
now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I repeat hello, I'm back.